the new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith!
It's match down.
5-star performance.
Ball for big fish.
It's
Jack Drayton!
Will he miss it this time?
Hey,
Vanden Herrick, the big fish.
Jamai Vanden Herrick. Game.
There we go. That's what we wanted. Bullseye. And he wins it on the bullseye.
Tops for a 116.
Game. Shot on the third leg.
Accurate once
Jim
again
McEwen.
on.
A closely compact Group B comes to a head tonight at the Live Lounge. It's been a close week and it all comes to its conclusion. Who will make finals night tomorrow in week 10 of Series 14? Well, happy Friday to you. Thank you very much for joining us. We will find out our finalists tonight. We know who's in from Group A, 2 players from Group B, but tonight 3 players from Group C will join them too. Laura Turner joins us. We've had a great week of action this week, haven't we? I first want to talk about Kaya Basil from Group C. It was a great afternoon of action today. On his debut, 16 years of age, and he topped the group with 9 wins out of 10.
Yeah, he was saying to us afterwards, he was pretty nervous to start with. He felt a little bit edgy, but as soon as he got a couple of wins under his belt, then that confidence started to grow, and we started to see a lot of what we're seeing away from the Super Series. You know, he's won titles, and he's really backed it up here. You can't really ask for much more. Losing one game, going into your group, top of the table, on debut, brilliant for him.
We spoke to him earlier, didn't we, in the studio, and he seems really confident. He's got a spring in his step by the way he was playing and looked composed on the board as well. Some great checkouts out there today.
Yeah, he's just got a really mature head on his shoulders, hasn't he? He's got a lot of experience and he's backed it up here on debut. I mean, it was definitely a group for debutants when you look at the table.
Well, when you look at the table, you've got to feel for Mason Whitlock, haven't you? He misses out by a single leg. It's darts can be a cruel sport, and in that sense, it's really cruel for Mason Whitlock.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's not the first time we've seen this, and it probably won't be the last. It won't make Mason Whitlock at the moment feel any better, but yeah, identical in pretty much every metric, apart from that legs one column, and ultimately, that's what cost Mason in the end.
And Lee Evans getting in there as well. Let's look at the breakdown from this week. Jack Aldridge, of course, confirming his place tomorrow. That was on Wednesday, topping Group A. And as far as Group C are concerned, Kaya Basil topping the group, and a debutant Lee Evans in there as well. But we've got 3 spaces available tonight in Group B. Jim McEwen at the moment is top of the table, but he's right on his coattails is Jamai Vanden Herrick. I think the surprising thing about that group, though, is Chaz Barstow down at the bottom.
Yeah, it was not a night to remember for Chaz Barstow. I mean, in terms of the way he played, he was really consistent, possibly one of the most consistent players throughout the night, but absolutely nothing to show for it. He came in, he was odds on to a favourite to top the group, but yeah, they don't always get it right, and unfortunately for Chaz, if he's going to make it through, he's got a lot of work to do. They
don't, and the man that's actually top of the group at the minute, Jim McEwen, we know what he can do out on that stage, a Series 5 winner, and he'll want to add another one to the collection.
Yeah, he's what we come to expect from Jim McEwen. He was meticulous, he was methodical, he really started off strong, opened up the proceedings with a 12 dart leg, and once he got that under his belt, yeah, there were a few ups and downs and a couple of scares that he had to survive, but he just knows how to win matches, and that's why he's top of the table.
I guess Jamai is the man to maybe watch out for McEwen tonight, though.
Definitely. Yeah, we saw some brilliant stuff from him, and that's why he's going in as favourite. He only just, there's not much to split them, but that 170 finish and that build-up from Vanden Herrick, I think that's why he's kind of top of those odds.
And we'll see him straight away. Jamai Vanden Herrick against Lewis is our opening game of the night. An exciting clash. Now, Jamie Lewis yesterday started a little bit slow on the doubles, but really clicked into gear after that. And I caught up with him about yesterday's performance ahead of today's action. Well, Jamie, happy Friday. Coming into tonight's play, you're right on the cusp. How are you feeling about how yesterday went for start?
Yeah, yesterday went okay. I started off a bit, but not badly, just missing doubles galore the first game, which I was a bit disappointed in because I knew my scoring was sort of there, but I pulled it back a bit. Obviously won a couple of games, so yeah, 2 out of 4 yesterday. I'm happy with it because it gives me a chance today.
I'm going to say it was really frustrating to watch that first game for you because you had so many chances. It was good on the scoring, but just missing on the outer ring. But post that match, you really seemed to get into your rhythm and click out of that.
Yeah, I got a bit down after. I was thinking, because like you said, my scoring was there, just couldn't hit that double. And I thought, right, just pick yourself up now. You've got another 3 chances here to get points on the board. So yeah, I went back to the practice room and just sort of got myself together and went again. And yeah, the darts come better then, to be fair, and my doubles were getting a bit better as well.
Is it hard to do that sometimes, especially after first games when you're not maybe playing as well as you can, to get straight back in that rhythm for the next one? Because it seems like you did.
Yeah, it can be difficult, especially when you're missing doubles, because it starts getting in your head a bit. You miss a few doubles first leg, then you're missing them again, and you're thinking like it's not going to be your night sort of thing. But yeah, like I said, I went back and just sort of regrouped, went again, and yeah, played a bit better.
And of course, coming in tonight, top 3 go into the finals night tomorrow. What did it mean to get there?
Yeah, that's all I want to do is just make sure I'm in that top 3 tonight. Just hopefully be in tomorrow, and then obviously you've got every chance of winning it tomorrow night then. So that's just the aim tonight. Just wherever I finish, just want to be in that top 3.
Best of luck, Jamie.
Cheers, thank you.
Enjoy. Well, Jamie Lewis there. A very good evening here on Pluto TV. Friday night darts on the way for you, and the conclusion of this week. We will find out which 3 players will be joining Basil, Aldridge and Evans here at the Live Lounge in front of the crowd tomorrow. Jamie Lewis just saying in that interview there that he's glad that he clicked into gear and he could just shake the missed darts of the double off his back from that first game. He's got to a weekly final here before. Jamie Lewis back in Series 10, week 6 of it. The Welshman. But he's coming up against a good young player in Van den Herrick, Laura.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we saw some real show-stopping moments from Jemai yesterday. The 170 finish, as we mentioned. But it will all be overlooked in the safe hands of Anton Mace, our referee for this evening. Refereed Group C, so double shift for Anton.
I was actually
First
speaking
leg is
to
Jemai
Anton
to throw
before
first.
I came up to the comms
Game
box,
on.
and I was amazed at how the referees do it, like the quick maths. And he says it's just practice and repetition of knowing where to go. My maths levels couldn't do that.
85.
Look, I have been up there and had a go on one of the kind of more social channels, and it's not for me. I'll be honest with you.
I'm happy with a mic rather than the mental or fatigue.
85.
Yeah, just hide me up here. I'm quite happy up here, especially in a nice air-conditioned comms box.
Oh, yes.
59.
Remember that 3 of the 5 players here in Group B will progress.
80.
So there's potential if he can try and get if he can start his night well, you never know where the night could lead. Chaz Barstow.
180.
But he can't lose any of his opening couple of games. He needs to go on a real run. He almost needs to have a flawless night.
Yeah, I agree. I think he needs to go through the card. That's not going to be easy with the calibre of the field that we've got. But it's Jemai van den Herrick here, who's second on the table. He's got the opportunity to leapfrog Jim McEwen if he can get a win again over Jamie Lewis.
85. $140. Jamal, you require 92.
A little bit of pressure applied by Jamie Lewis. Yeah, interesting. Opted to stay on the treble 20 off the
Jamie,
back
you
of
require
72.
71.
So now Lewis with the chance to steal the opening leg. He wants tops.
31. Jamal, you require
This one was
32.
a chance. So upsets Jamai.
Yeah, that's could be awkward. He's going to try and find a way through both of
Aim
those.
shot
It's
on
a
the first
brilliant
leg.
dart
Jamal
from
Van
Van
der
der Herrick, just
Second leg
looking
is
at the
Jamie to
top
throw
of the double
first.
eight bed.
Game on.
Eighteen darts in that
42.
first leg from Van den Herrick to open up the night's proceedings.
41.
Really brings the dart all the way back, doesn't he, with his throw. Van den Herrick.
Yeah, another young Dutch player that's very pacey, quite rhythmical.
45.
You do tend to find that with most of the younger players now that are coming through, it is very much about pace and rhythm as opposed to the kind of more methodical, almost like old school version that you might see from like a Jim
60.
McEwen.
We just saw from that side angle there, that repetition of throw. And there's Jamie Lewis's.
42.
Yeah, we mentioned before for Jamie Lewis, it was a bit of a slow start yesterday.
90.
Van den Herrick, he's again one of the taller players. He's just got that slight lean forward as well. Not quite as much as, say, a Jimmy Van Schie. I think Jimmy, if he stretched over the height that he's got, he could almost
58.
put them in.
What is Jimmy Van Schie? Is he about 6'5", 6'4"?
I think he's taller than that.
Is he?
I know when we played at the Six Nations last year in a venue over in Wales, and the production company there actually had to
100.
lower the stage in order to make it high enough to get their lighting in so
Wow.
that Jimmy could get on the stage.
Nearly as tall as me.
Yeah, just well, maybe two of you.
85.
I'm 6'7" minus a foot.
84. $99.
Van den Herrick
Jamal, you require 126.
with the chance here on this 126.
Yeah, 62 left. So
74.
sorry,
Jamie, you
it was
require
for
130.
treble 10, but Lewis here, we need to treble if he's got any chance of taking out the 130.
Doesn't find it.
94. Jamal, you
Can
require
Van den
52.
Herrick double his advantage here? 52 he's looking at. He'll need to take it because if not, Lewis is looking at 36 on the double 18. But Van den Herrick over on that left side of the board again, and that is
47.
awkward.
Jamie, you
Yeah,
require
I think
36.
he's tried to target that top bit of the double 8 again and just been a bit overzealous with the dart.
Game shot on the second
So
leg.
that chance
Jamie
up for Lewis, who happily takes it.
Third leg is Jamal to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, I think the one worrying, Jamie highlighted it to you in that opening match yesterday where
59.
he missed, I think it was about 20 darts at a double. He was a bit worried. One of the elements of his game that he might be lacking in is a bit of match sharpness. And that's when it can be telling when it comes to the
136.
business end of legs, but no such problem here.
$61.
It was like night and day, wasn't it, watching Jamie Lewis in that first game compared to the others. The scoring was there in the first game, but just the checkouts, 1 in 21, I think it ended up being.
80.
There were some legs where it was almost painful to watch because you know he's capable of so much better, and he was shaking his head, and we were shaking our heads at the fact that it was so good in the lead up
100.
to the end of the leg, and he just couldn't take them out.
Well, I think it's a real testament to Jamie Lewis's character that came back the next match and he was 4 from 8, 50% on the outer ring, including that show-stopping 161 that took him across the line. So I think you can
85.
be in that situation and bounce back so well.
100. $45.
Not what Jamie Lewis would have wanted there, though. And Vanden Herrick back on 181.
64. Jamie, you require 155.
Well, we already mentioned the 161, which you pinned yesterday. He's going to add the 155. Well, not yet.
Just takes a glance over at the scoreboard.
95. Jamal, you require 117.
Tops he wants.
77.
This is out narrowly
Jamie,
for the
you
117
require
there.
60.
Yeah, just the solitary dart missed for Vanden Herrick there off the back of the combination. And it's offered up 2 darts here for Jamie Lewis to find a break. And he
Shot on
only
the third
needs
leg,
the one.
Jamie
and
Lewis.
heads into a 2-1 lead.
Fourth leg is Jamie to throw first.
Good darts from
Game on.
Jamie.
$100.
This was the match yesterday that saw the conclusion of Group B in the early hours of this morning. It was a 4-2 win in favour of Vanden Herrick.
$47. $99. $93.
Well, that was a breaker throw in that last leg as well for Jamie Lewis there against Vanden Herrick. So if he can hold his throw here, he's in a commanding position in this opener.
60.
Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? How many times have we seen it just over these last couple of days where players just manage to pull out a brilliant leg,
100.
find a way of breaking, and then can't hold the throw?
$43.
Strays off into the one segment there, Jamie Lewis. Both players nice and calm up on stage, though. They know it's the opener of today. They've got the points on the board as well.
100.
Jamie won't be able to leapfrog Jamai here.
39.
With
Jamal,
victory,
you
but it
require
pretty much he could
161.
bring himself exactly level.
Yeah, there's always on these kind of
64.
final days of group
Jamie, you
stages,
require
there are just certain matches
160.
that can really see the table take shape. We saw it in Group C early on this afternoon.
82. Jamal, you require 97. $57.
This
Jamie, you
to
require
go within
78.
one leg of the first match of this Group B session.
Has to keep nice and straight for tops.
58.
This is the opportunity so Vanden Herrick returns with
Jamal, you
the
require
same target
40.
to give us a level game. And that was
30.
messy from Vanden Herrick. One far too high,
Jamie, you
goes under
require
and has to move
20.
across to the tens.
Yeah, and you can see the disappointment as he's walking back because, yeah, Jamie Lewis,
Game
the
shot on the
finishing
fourth
has
leg,
not been
Jamie
an issue.
Lewis.
3 from 5 on the doubles for
Fifth leg
Jamie
is
Lewis.
Jamai to throw first. Game on.
He doesn't want a repeat of that first game. He hasn't had it since and has been clinical here. 60%
140.
checkout percentage. If If you keep figures like that, you more than often win games.
99.
Yeah, we always talk about checkout percentages and finishing stats in terms of individual darts thrown at a double, but I always think if you're visit perfect, if you've got 3 darts in hand and you use all
100.
3, it's just as good as using 1, as long as you don't let your opponent back to the oche. I think that kind of sums up the match, those checkout percentages, because
82.
Jamai, you can see he's clearly had chances to win other legs, but hasn't been able to find the double. It's almost like a bit of a role reversal in terms of what happened yesterday.
57.
Remember that Jamai topped the odds for tonight, coming in.
100.
Well, the odds haven't got it right so far. It's all across the whole week, have they?
I was going to say the same thing.
$100.
But it is the reason why we just love sport, because yeah, we're here, we can try and look at every stat and every head-to-head record and all the information we may have, but ultimately
85.
you never know quite how it's going to
Jamai require
unfold.
104.
The unpredictability of it all is brilliant. That's what brings us all back.
Game. Shot on the
Great
fifth
stuff
leg.
from
Jamai
Jamai in the time that
Vandenherk.
he needed it. Breaks
Sixth leg is
back.
Jamie to throw first. Game on.
My bad. I thought he was walking back up to the hockey. Sorry. He holds.
But even so, it's a real
96.
clutch finish at the right time for Vandenherk, a leg that he had to win to just give himself any chance of staying in the match.
58.
Is this the first maximum? Oh, you felt like that was
120.
in and out.
Did you feel for him, don't you, there? And the bounce out.
30.
Well, nonetheless, Jamie's scoring 2 darts is trumps Jamai's 3 there.
98.
He's looking in a very good position for the match here. Jamai needs a maximum, really.
39.
Yeah, 9 darts thrown for Jamai Vandenherk and yet to find a big treble. He is in a bit of trouble here and he's got to hope that Lewis makes mistakes.
58. $134. Jamie
more like
require
it.
129.
But Lewis could see the game off here. 129. He's looking at. Great stuff there
97.
from Jamie. Leaves the double 16 to come back and win the match.
Yeah, he might not have taken out the 129, but he's done the next best thing and teed up a
100.
double.
Jamie require 32.
Told you I wanted at least a 140 there to bring him down. But Lewis for the match, double 16. Double 8 just above.
24.
Well, this would be special to keep him in it
140.
from Jamai.
Yeah, we've seen this type of shot from him before. He does often head over to the 18s for a 140.
Wow. Oh, that would have been vintage from
124.
Jamai.
Jamie, you require 8.
Found them 2 treble 18s and just inside to steal that leg
Game shot
away.
on the match, Jamie
And
Lewis.
Jamie Lewis sees the game out. A close battle in the end. But it's Jamie Lewis that gets over the line. 2 very tight averages. And he draws himself level with Jamai Vandenherk and moves himself up to 6 points. 3 wins from his opening 5 games. Lewis edges out Vandenherk by 4 legs to 2. Well, Jamie Lewis then kicking tonight off with a victory 4-2. He walked out victorious over Jemiah van den Herrick. Take his tally up to 6 points and join level with the top two. Carl Batchelor will be hoping he can join level with that top three. He's currently in fourth. Of course, the top three see themselves through to finals night tomorrow here at the Live Lounge. The man topping this group at the minute, though, Jim McEwen, Series 5 champion, of course. But in his mind, it'll have been too many series since he's won one.
Yeah, he'll want to get back, won't he? Give himself the opportunity to win another series by picking up another weekly title. Well, as you've already mentioned, yeah, he's 3 wins from 4, and the only game where he came unstuck was this fixture yesterday. Had the chance to go through the card, but it was Batchelor that ran out a 4-3 winner. Batchelor would have just seen Jamie Lewis just pull ahead of him with that win previously. So we've got 3 players now tied on 6 points.
First leg is Jim
Carl
to
Batchelor
throw
on 4,
first.
and Chaz Barstow, who we've yet to see tonight,
Game on.
is languishing at the bottom of the table with no wins so far.
We were speaking earlier, weren't we, about whether you'd want to be the player that comes out first or the player that sits in the back and waits for their game. What about if you're Chaz Barstow and you stand at the bottom without any points,
85.
you're an experienced player and you're the player out of that 5 that's not played?
Yeah, I think it's a different scenario tonight, to be perfectly honest. I mean, Chaz will know that really he...
97.
unless he's perfect and goes through the card, he's not going to have any chance of getting through, because you've already got 3 players on 6 points. They've all got a positive leg difference. Chaz at the moment is -8, so there's work in itself just there. So he'll be facing Jamie Lewis, and Jamie already
30.
starting off in winning ways. So it's not a brilliant prospect for Chaz at the moment.
If Carl Batchelor wins this game, he's 3 wins behind the person above him, which is
85.
crazy. Like, all 4 players will have won 3 games and lost 2. But Carl Batchelor has to win this game first for that to win.
Yeah, he has to get past him again. Like I say, he did it yesterday. But it was definitely Jim who made a bit of a flying start in his opener.
140.
And we'll be looking to do the same.
$135. $100.
And it's Batchelor that's made the brighter start of the 2 here. Against the throw as well. Encouraging stuff for Mr. Porky.
100. Jim, you require
The blue
146.
Mr. Porky top today.
Yeah, available in a range of colours from the looks of it.
Mhm.
What Carl Batchelor will want to avoid is just being that almost player this week. He almost topped Group A, found himself in Group B, and at the moment he's in 4th position. That is not where he wants to finish
you
his
require
night.
84.
Oh, just
44.
misses that chance at tops.
Jim, you require 86.
McEwen's looking at 86, treble 18. Shot at bullseye. And he takes it. Jim
Game, shot in the
McEwen
first
kicking
leg.
off this
Jim
match
McEwen.
with a ball.
Second leg is Cole.
Couple of
to throw
double
first.
18s in there and
Game
finds
on.
the ball.
But it is an early chance to break. Come and gone for Carl Batchelor.
100.
It is a real kind of solid
60.
technique, isn't it, Jim McEwen has. And it is for those players that like to get on with it, just to make sure that their process is right each time they step up to the oche.
134.
Good darts from Carl Batchelor. Yeah, this sort of rhythm ensures that you get that throw right and the same every single time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But as I
100.
say, some people rely on the fact of speed and rhythm and just following that dart one after the time. It's just very much more deliberate than it's almost a throw that I would say was aimey. So you go back to the likes of a Dennis Priestley and obviously Jim McEwen. They're more methodical. They take their time and they really do aim their dart. Some people have just rely a little bit more on feel.
I wonder what Jim McEwen thinks of Ricky Evans' technique.
Be an interesting dynamic to see those two pitted against each other.
36.
Or maybe on
Cole, you
two
require
boards next. How many darts can Ricky
167.
throw whilst Jim throws his throw?
Yeah.
$127.
Sensible. Didn't chase that 167 finish.
$138. Cole, you require 40.
Carl Batchelor to get himself on the board. Double 10. And there it goes.
Shot on
Carl
the second leg.
Batchelor
Cole
levels
Batchelor.
things up on
Third
his
leg
throw.
is Jim to throw first. Game
Two
on.
holds a throw at the moment.
$134.
Good switch down to the 19s for Jim McEwen. And again, he's one of those players that sometimes is a bit reticent to chase around the board. You
97.
compare him to a Jemai van den Herrick, who is here, there and everywhere, will utilise every treble.
For the 180 here, Jim McEwen. And in it goes.
180.
First 180 of this match goes the way of Jim McEwen. Carl Batchelor was looking for an instant response after that first
100.
dart went in, but and that 180 has wrestled real control of this leg. Of course, his darts as well.
59.
For Chucky.
Yeah, Carl Batchelor here is going to need at least two. Well, if he can get all three in there.
123.
Would have made it
Jim,
interesting.
you require 128.
It's a shame that last one just didn't remain straight because he would have been on a finish himself.
$88.
McEwen leaves tops again. There's no finish on for Batchelor.
140. Jim, you require 40.
Let's put a bit of pressure on McEwen here, though, to take this out.
Yeah, he's just reminding him he's there if this doesn't go. Oh, he's chasing it round the board. Double five.
Don't want to go inside of this one, and
30.
he doesn't. He goes outside.
Cole, you require 41.
Neither get the leg wrapped up, and Batchelor now back for double 16 for a bit of a steal on front
Aim
against
shot on
the
the
throw.
third leg. Cole Batchelor.
And
Fourth
he
leg is Cole to
leads.
throw first.
From
Game
1-0
on.
down, he's won the last two legs, Carl Batchelor.
Yeah, Batchelor's actually had darts in every single leg. Could be three. It could beat 3-0 up, but I'm sure he'll be happy to at least have found the break. He needed it if he is going to beat Jim McEwen.
15 and 14 darts he's sprung back with there.
$85. $134.
A win here for Batchelor will make the table look very tight indeed when it comes to the top four players at least, because it would put Carl on 6. Every player would be on 6 points.
100.
Barring Chaz. Sorry, I put that.
No bullying, Chaz.
I'm not, I promise.
97.
No, it's such a surprise. We spoke about it at the top of the show to see him down there, but as far as the rest of the group's concerned, if Carl Batchelor does see this through, it makes it really interesting in the battle for those 3 spots.
Yeah, it does. And I caught Jamie Lewis at the end of yesterday's session, and he was saying he's actually played here in a week where something very similar happened, that he was putting in big scores, big averages. He was taking out finishes when he had the chance, but he was coming up against players that just had bigger games at the time.
137.
There are weeks that just go like that.
Batchelor looking good in this leg as well, and a 4-1 win here would make the leg difference very close as well.
54. Cole, you require 38.
Here he comes for 19s then. We've seen plenty of action on the 19s over the last couple of days. No, goes for the split, double 16.
22. Jim, you require 122.
Yeah, shake of the head, because, yeah, I can understand the reasons behind the split, but those 2 attempts at double 16, way off the mark, and this is within the remit of Jim McEwen. And he'll stay there. And it's one dart. It's at the ball for a 1-2-2 to level things up at 2 apiece. Just the wrong side.
Cole, you require 16.
Unlucky for McEwen. Would have been brilliant darts there to wrestle it back. But Batchelor sees it off. And it's 3-1 now. Put some daylight between the pair of them.
Game on.
Dodging the fly.
Yeah, the fly yesterday took a little bit of a rest on Jim McEwen's face. Jim McEwen did not flinch.
Stayed in the exact same motion, not a movement.
$137.
Good switch. Good 2 treble visit for Carl Batchelor. Just already in a leg that McEwen threw first in has piled on the pressure.
59.
And although Jim McEwen, he came in top of the table, he was by no means comfortable in terms of his lead.
99. $60.
He wants to impress with his visit there, Jim McEwen. And it gives Batchelor the chance to really
140.
And he sees the light at the end of the tunnel now, Carl Batchelor.
It's been a really solid performance from Carl, and one that I think he needed. He's had 7 scores in excess of 130.
Cole, you require
Just
125.
outscored McEwen, and he's averaging in excess of 100 at the moment.
Oh, that would have been a beautiful way to end the game. It would have seen him finish on an average of over 100.
Confident as well.
77.
There have been times where he's been far more cautious off the back of a finish like that when his opponent's not been able to check out. Oh, McEwen will be able to check out if this 48 doesn't
140. Cole, you require 48.
Carl Batchelor for the match, though. He wants tops. And he gets it. Carl Batchelor with a good 4-1 win there to kickstart his night. And really kick this group into life as well. 4 players, all on 6 points after 5 matches played. Chaz Barstow, the only man yet to play. He faces Jamie Lewis next. But it's Carl Batchelor with a 4-1 win over McEwen. Well, the first game of the night for Chaz Barstow. He's had to wait beyond the other players. Faces off against Jamie Lewis, who won his opening game against Jemai van den Herrik. My 4-2. Well, for a 3 times weekly winner, Chaz Barstow, we've spoke about how surprised we are to see him bottom of the group with 0 victories from his opening 4 games. And coming up against a resurgent Jamie Lewis.
Yeah, he is indeed. For Chaz, you feel from this point nothing short of perfection throughout the night. He needs to reverse all those fixtures that
First
he
leg is Jamie to throw
had
first.
yesterday.
Game on.
And I'm sure he would have walked away scratching his head. This was a match where he averaged just shy of 99. He was 25% on his doubles and still only had 2 legs to show for it at the end because Jamie Lewis, well, his finishing was almost perfect.
42.
There's 2 lines of thought in this because the closest 2 players to Chaz Barstow going in tonight were Jamie Lewis and Carl Batchelor. He would have seen them just pick up points, pick up wins and stretch even further ahead as Lewis pins the first maximum. Does Chaz now play with an air of freedom and then he can play some of his absolute best stuff, or is this going to be quite taxing for him because he knows what kind of a precarious position he's in?
I think he has to go out there and play with that air of freedom, doesn't he? Because the pressure is off. Nobody at this stage is expecting him to go through with the points tally he's got after the 4 games. So I think he can go out there with that freedom and play his darts, enjoy his darts.
135.
But it can be hard when you're on the back of the feet to enjoy them. First maximum coming in the first leg here from Lewis. And it's put him in a good position. Of course, on his throw. But if Chaz can find the second of the game here.
125. Jamie require 119.
So Lewis will get the first potential shot at a double. Doesn't there, though. Strays the bottom of the 20.
99. Chaz, you require 150.
Another. Yeah, the finish no longer on, so he's just double checking. 74 required for Barstow.
94. Jamie, you require 20.
And Lewis pins it.
Shot on the first leg. Jamie Lewis.
His
second leg is
first out
Chaz
of the
to throw
double.
First. Game on.
Straight in for Jamie Lewis. Looked good on the doubles in Group B. Lewis, if you forget about that first game, across most of his matches here, he's looked very solid on the outer ring.
He's looked pretty solid in the scoring phases as well. Maximum number 2 for Jamie Lewis. Yeah, sometimes we talk about outliers and it's normally a really standout big performance.
96.
But actually it was one kind of poor doubling performance. That's been Lewis's only real fault so far in Group B.
100.
Well, when you look at the live table, he's in 4th position, but actually he's joint top. So a good performance here, and he flies right to the top. But actually, it's just important with how many wins he's reeling off at the moment, Jamie Lewis. He's the man that seems really confident.
Yeah, I would agree, and he's got a great CV to go with it. He's a former tour card holder.
100.
Semi-finals of the PDC World Championships. There's plenty of experience to draw upon.
134. Jamie, you require 121.
Yeah, to do that on such a big stage. He's been round the block. He's worn the T-shirt.
$57. Chaz, you require 45.
Tops here for Chaz, though, to draw it level.
Game shot on the second leg.
Which he
Chaz
does.
Barstow. Third leg is Jamie to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, every game just feels like players playing some of their best stuff against Chaz, both averaging in excess of 100. It was a 16 darter to start things off for Lewis. Backed up with a 14 for Chaz Barstow to hold.
$83.
Both players holding their throw
60
in these early stages.
$125.
Good last start from Chaz after his had a treble in his first start and his third. That second one just straight off into the 5.
42.
A little bit of breathing space here in this leg against the darts. Could be the turning point of the game if you can break Jamie Lewis here.
96.
There is a strange scenario that if Chaz Barstow doesn't pick up any points, if he ends up not winning anything, there is a scenario where all 4 players could actually finish on 10 points. It will depend on how the results go throughout the rest of the session. And it's, to my knowledge, it's not happened before, but there's 40 points on offer. They could be getting 10 apiece. Could you imagine finishing 4th
81.
with 10 points? I mean, finishing on 8 points and not qualifying is hard enough, but 10 points.
We said how cruel it was earlier for Mason Whitlock. That would trump that.
85. Chaz, you
I
require
always think
116.
there's not many firsts left to come at the Super Series, and then something always crops up.
76.
Make sure you stick
Jamie,
around to see the conclusion.
118.
Get your snacks, your beverages of choice. We're locked in until 1:30 tonight.
We are indeed.
Concluding Group B
28.
and seeing
Chaz,
who
you
will
require
join.
40.
Jack Aldridge, 16-year-old Kaya Basil on his debut, and Lee Evans on his debut too. Both
Game
performing
shot on the
well.
third leg.
As Chaz
Chaz
pins
Barstow.
the double 5 to take a 2-1 lead and a break
Fourth
of
leg is
throw
Chaz to
crucially
throw
there in the
first.
third leg.
Game on.
Yeah, you talk about the experience that the players have
93.
got. Going back to Jamie Lewis, I mean, he was a prolific player when it came to the youth. We're picking up the World Masters Youth Open title, developing himself through the development tour, and then
140.
coming to the fore on the PDC Pro Tour.
A real regular in that PDC Pro Tour and all the big events as well.
I always think it's sometimes, especially when Jamie came off, I don't think there was quite as much available. Came off the Pro Tour
100.
at the back end. He lost the tour card at the back end of 2020. Obviously, we were in that difficult period of COVID and no one really knowing what they can do and where they can play. And
94.
I think it's been a real rebuild for Jamie Lewis in terms of his darting career. But now you look at the darting landscape and the amount of
95.
opportunities you've got. You've got here at the Super Series, you've got the development and growth of the ADC where you can basically walk out your front door and there's a tournament on.
134.
The amount of tournaments for players to develop across all ages or to continue playing darts and sort of reform their game. you look at it compared to before, if players lost their tour card and how they could sort of
40.
play against people at their level again to get back to the darts they were playing. And
Game
it's
shot on the fourth leg.
unbelievable
Chaz
now
Barstow.
that the foundations
Fifth
and the
leg is
pyramid
Jamie
of darts
to
to
go
get
first.
back up there.
Game on.
Yeah, and I think it's encouraging players that perhaps wouldn't have normally taken that plunge. They might dabble in ADC, they might qualify here, they might realise that actually, I'm quite good at this sport, I can
55.
stack up. Again, I've mentioned it before, the name before, but Derek Coulson, for example, I don't think many people knew that name before he came here to the Super Series. Not
140.
widely, very well known in the area and to a lot of local players, but the fact that he's done so well and got so close to a tour card, he's playing on the Pro Tour, these are the stepping stones to create and find these brilliant players.
Gives them the platform, doesn't it, to really push on and go to Q School to gain that tour card. And as you say, Derek getting mightily close to it. He'll definitely be back, and I've no doubts that he will.
He might even do it through the Challenge Tour.
Yeah, of course, the spots that are available on the Challenge Tour and the Development Tour to gain a tour card and a place at the World Championships as well on the biggest stage.
98.
Oh, this leg number 5, not much to split the two. Can't leave a finish now.
42.
So Chaz Barstow with a chance to set something up, in the knowledge that he'll be back.
125.
What a time to hit that 180
requires 79.
for Jamie Lewis. But will he get a chance to follow it up? Chaz Barstow here for the match on tops.
59. Jamie, you require 24.
Well, it looks an even more brilliant setup now for Jamie Lewis. He's asking for double 12. One more dart in hand for him. And it goes.
On the fifth leg, Jamie Lewis.
Didn't want to give Barstow the chance to come back for double 10 and keeps this game alive at 3-2. Barstow with the chance to kill it off by throwing first.
Side belief from Jamie Lewis, who extends this fixture. And that might have been actually the first time that Chaz Barstow has had a match start.
96.
May have had one or two against Batchelor in his very first game yesterday, but they were few and far between.
Oh, lovely darts.
177.
Great darts from Chaz Barstow there. Lewis needs a response.
$85.
Maybe not enough, especially against the darts, as Chaz looks to pile the pressure on and pick up his first win here in Group B.
99.
It's a big pick off, isn't it, with the last start?
$60. Chaz, you require 140.
No way of not finding a treble. There is plenty of time for Chaz Barstow.
Another one. Go here.
130.
Sorry there, Laura, for jumping in. I got excited.
It's an exciting time. I thought it might have gone. No worries.
Stole the moment. Jamie well back, though, so it's just that sort of leg,
40.
Isn't it, for Jamie?
Chaz, you require 10.
One for double 2 for Chaz. And he takes it. He's on
Chaz
the board.
Barstow.
He knew that today he needs to win every single game, really, to give himself a chance. And there's his first. Chaz Barstow averaging 96. That was more like it. That's the man that we know on that Modus Super Series stage. He beats Jamie Lewis by 4 legs to 2. Welcome back then to the Modus Super Series. Group B action for you this evening on Pluto TV. Free darts 24/7. As Carl Batchelor this time. Facing off against Jamai van den Herrik. 2 players with 6 points from their opening 5 matches. Oh, this is an interesting one, Laura. Very much so.
First leg is Cole to throw first.
Jamai, the favourite to
Game on.
top the group. Remember, you just need to be in the top 3 at the moment. Carl is. And with Jamie Lewis losing that game last time out against Chaz Barstow, a chance for one of these players to sort of open up a 2-point gap above 4th place.
Yeah, there really is. But I did mention that
58.
scenario where 4 players can finish on 10 points if one player doesn't win any points. Well, that is no longer the case. But the new case is that we can get
43.
Every player finishing on 8 points.
We're going to be trying to find trends now.
We are.
I love it.
For that would mean that Chaz has to go through the card and everyone else just picks up a solitary win.
134.
Well, that'd be even crueler, wouldn't it? Imagine finishing in 5th place with 8 points and finishing bottom with 8 points.
180.
For the players, I'd feel bad. For me, I'd love it. It would be exciting right to the end.
We'd be pinning it. It'd be like a world championship for every leg because we'd be looking at the points difference, the legs won, and it'd be cinema, and we're all here for it.
140. Jamal, you require 170.
Well, this is a strong game being played at a good pace. Batchelor down to 60 points after 12, but Van den Herrik, he took this out last night. And he was a dart into taking it again. It's a great setup.
You require 60.
Might not get a chance at it, though, because Batchelor has 2 darts in hand.
50.
Jamai will get a chance at it.
Jamal, you require 36.
Grimace from Batchelor because he knows that this is likely to go. Van den Herrik's been dangerous on the doubles.
18.
Characteristic.
Cole, you require 10.
Great start to the leg. They're scrapping over the line here. Double 1.
8. Jamal, you require 18.
Well, it started off really positive in terms of the scoring side of things from both players.
No
and Jamai
score.
has tried to split. He's gone for the 2-foot
Cole, you
double 8
require
and he's found a
2.
big 17. It's kind of the worst thing of all.
It's getting to that
No
stage where the
score.
players might start seeing the funny side of things here.
Jamal, you require 18.
Well, what does he choose to do this time? Perseverance. Does it pay? It does indeed.
Shot on the first leg. Jamal van den Herrik.
Gets over the line in the end in a scrappy first leg
Second
between
leg
the
is
pair.
Jamai to throw first.
Jamai breaks through.
Game on.
And that goes back to something we were talking about this afternoon is do you go straight for it or do you look to split as Van den Herrik finds maximum? And that's always my worry. If I go to split something that you just squander 3 darts at a double.
96.
Jamai's made himself comfortable in this leg by hitting that 180 to kick things off. .58.
Batchelor, you feel, might be seething at missing those early opportunities.
Because it doesn't look like he's going to get a chance at the double in this particular leg.
Down to a finish after 9.
Good stuff from Jamai. 180 and a 140 in this leg. Sandwich in between those are 59. But
Jamal, you require 122.
Can afford maybe a one poor visit when you're smashing the scorelines in on the other. And a chance to go here. Double 16 for Jamai. A 12-dart leg. That was very cool.
Third leg is Cole.
Great darts from Jamai there to double his lead.
Yeah, and he liked that. Why wouldn't he?
55.
And not the pressure he wants to put on there on the opening of his throat.
60.
I start really deflecting off the first one.
It's already been a bit of a strange night because the first three opening matches, they've all gone against the darts. We always talk about the fact that the player that throws first, has the advantage and should have it is an advantage throwing first, but none of the first three games,
81.
players weren't able to make the most of it.
$26.
26 for Carl Batchelor there, struggling in this third leg to get going.
59.
Jamai 2.
Very slight advantage for Van den Herik, but one that can be exposed by Carl Batchelor, and it may well be.
100.
There we go. Said he was struggling in this leg, and he backs it up with a 180 on his next visit. Can Jamai do the same?
140.
You almost called it in there. To be fair, the way that he was flowing with those first two darts, I would have said it was in myself.
128. Jamal, you require 161.
To leave. Double 8. Who'd have thought this leg started the way it did?
64.
Batchelor
Cole, you
wrapping
require
it up
60.
here in 16 darts. Ever so close with the first two.
No score.
Ever so close with all three, but
Jamal, you
that
require
won't matter because Van den
97.
Herik now has the chance on 97 to take a 3-leg lead in this game. And a second break, crucially, as well. 2 darts at tops.
Game.
He only
Shot
needs
on the
one of
third
them.
leg. Jamal Van den
Van den
Herik.
Herik is cruising here against one of his
Fourth leg
rivals
is
for a
Jamal
top
to
3
throw
spot.
first.
And that will be a bitter blow to Batchelor because
Game
he's
on.
missed 9 darts out the outer ring, all on throw, 3 in that last leg, 6 in the opening leg. And you could see this kind of look of confusion on Batchelor's face as he
58.
walked back from the oche. They were 3 well-thrown darts, but Van den Herik, the finishing, much better, especially in the last couple of legs, a 1-2-2 and that 97.
120.
Actually, it's just been a game of missed chances, hasn't he? He's had 2 more shots at the outer ring, but he's not been able to finish any of them. 9 shots there.
99.
Jamai taking out nearly half of his. That's been the difference maker.
100.
This would be a real push in the right direction, not only psychologically,
58.
but on the group table as well, to pick up a 4-0 win. When the group is as tight as it is, that leg difference does come into play. We've seen it today already.
140.
Yeah, it would be huge for both players. It would be a bitter blow for Batchelor, but it'll be brilliant for Van den Herik.
He'll walk back into
58.
that players' lounge
Cole,
a
you
lot
require
happier than when he walked out of it.
141.
A lot more comfortable too.
109.
Batchelor going well here though against the darts to break back.
Yeah, not for the first time. Batchelor first down to a double. And you just feel that for him, just needs to take it as a break. It would be a break back.
44. Cole, you require 32.
12
16.
missed darts at a double for Carl Batchelor. He's had the chances again in all the legs. Just cannot take it out.
Yeah, raise of the eyebrows. Cannot believe what's happening.
51. Cole, you require 60.
Jamai's just not been able to get close though on his own throw.
Game shot on
And
the
this
fourth
time,
leg.
Carl
Batchelor
Batchelor takes it out.
I think a rather sarcastic
Fifth leg is
fist
Cole
bump
to throw first.
to celebrate that,
Game on.
double on the 13th dart of asking. Number 13. They say unlucky for some. Well, unlucky for Van den Herik.
96.
And this is when games can turn ever so quickly. If
60.
Bachelor can take the advantage of throwing first here and score well in the middle of this leg. Does put pressure on
97.
Jamai, especially from 3-0 up. Maybe you start getting a little bit complacent and thinking the game's on its way.
Yeah, you think, right, I only need one more leg, and I'm throwing first in a couple of those legs. It's not a problem.
57.
And then your opponent just gets closer and closer and closer, and then you get to a level match and panic stations.
86.
When do you think the real panic starts to creep in? Do you think it's when you see it's a level game?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the context of the game, but yeah, having that really confident lead, that comfortable lead, and throwing it away.
140.
I've done it myself, and sometimes, you know, your opponent just steps up a gear, you drop off for whatever reason, and yeah, you start just. Sometimes it almost feels embarrassment's the wrong word, but I know from a personal point of view, you just feel like you've squandered a real chance when you've been in such a pole position.
You didn't let it drop in the Isle of Man.
Did not.
140. Carl, you require 164. 40. Jamal, you require 104.
Well, 10 plus out would be nice to finish it for Van den Herrik. 104.
He's already found it once this evening.
And he finds it again.
In the match, Jamal
Van den Herrik shuts the door on a comeback for Bachelor. With a comfortable win in the end, that will be pleasing for the young Dutchman. 50% on the outer ring, rather clinical to take out Carl Bachelor by 4 legs to 1. Well, welcome back to the Modus Super Series here on Pluto TV as we continue on with Group B action. Jemai van den Herrick victorious 4-1 last time over Carl Batchelor, strengthening his position inside the top three and climbing to the top of the table for now, albeit very close, so a win can knock you back up to the top of the table. Jim McEwen can do just that here. Would need to win by 3 legs though, but Chaz Barstow will have something to say about that. He knows that he'll give himself a chance if he wins all of his games. Anything less than that, and there's...
First leg is Chaz to throw first. Game on.
Chaz will be aware. Needs to be perfect from here on in. Did well to pick up his first win over Jamie Lewis. Was a comprehensive win.
85.
In the end, 4 legs to 2, averaging just over 96.5.
Yeah, it's more of the Chaz Barstow that we know, wasn't it? In that opening game of the night from him. He had to wait. He was the
100.
The odd one out, shall we say, to wait for his game.
He was indeed.
123.
A fixture that these two know all so well. They have played each other over multiple codes here at the Super Series and in the WDF and PDC. So there are definitely... This is an age-old meeting and maybe a little bit of a rivalry between the two.
A nip and tuck.
$93.
It's been a confident start to this game from
123.
Chaz. Want to make sure he kicks it off with a hold on his throw. He's making good bones about it here.
140.
Noticed that a few times yesterday. When he does move across the ock, he sometimes just cannot find that third dart.
$84. Chaz, you require
Jim can't
60.
apply maximum pressure. So Chaz, we have a couple of darts in hand here. Moves across the ocky. I'll have to move the other side now for double 10.
50.
Way inside that 10 segment.
Jim, you require 150.
And again, I'm just not sure how much Chaz is benefiting from all the moving side to side.
That was a proper side to side move there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For tops to double 10.
McEwen, they're very close to punishing the misses from Chaz Barstow.
126. Chaz, you require 10.
And this needs to go. Double 2. And it does
on
go.
the first leg.
Did
Chaz
not want
Barstow.
to let Jim McEwen come back there for that double 12.
Second leg is Jim
No,
to throw
felt like a bit of an
first.
arduous hold to throw in the end for
Game on.
Chaz Barstow, but a hold it is, and an important one it could prove to be.
It wasn't clinical, but he got the job done
43.
in that opening leg.
Yeah, and under a little bit of pressure because the setup from McEwen was very much on point. He was there, ready to pounce.
45.
Well, arduous start to this leg from both players.
$60.
Completely different rhythm between the two players, isn't there? We know
100.
Jim, a slow player, and Barstow just gets up there and throws his darts. It's quicker.
Well,
100.
I'm lucky not to get more there. 3 well thrown darts. Only 100 in return.
140.
Chaz can find the second leg here to be interesting. Back to back.
Yeah, first one found. Now Chaz Barstow making some real inroads on the McEwen throat.
140.
Another one for McEwen would put some pressure on.
100. Chaz, you require 76.
Tops for Chaz.
56.
And we have to scramble across to the double tens again, but McEwen way
Jimmy
back on
require
144 here.
144.
Frustration for Chaz. He needs to tighten up on those doubles.
Well, Jim McEwen, 144 to level the game. Very impressive stuff. That looked like Chaz Barstow's leg to lose. It was, in truth, but what a great checkout that was. 144 to level the game and hold his throat.
Yeah, and an
59.
acknowledgement of that finish from Chaz Barstow. You see this with certain players. Jim McEwen, he very rarely kind of breaks
57.
character when he's up on the oche. He's very kind of serious, very focused. Perfect example yesterday when that fly did land on him, there was no movement. He wasn't budging from how he throws. But yeah, the acknowledgement there from Chaz. He just kind of cracked a bit of a smile. He obviously liked the 144, but you try and hold it all in. You rein it in.
And again, that just goes to show that different approach and personality from players. Some people would be absolutely
43.
theatrical with that, wouldn't they? And other players more chilled out. They get on with it.
Yeah, it's just a kind of bit more of a stoic approach, whereas others, like you say, just need that release. It's a way of just that excess build-up of adrenaline and just letting it all out.
Adds to their darting character, doesn't it? It almost spurs them on sometimes, people being more theatrical in the way that they are. Gives them that extra edge.
I imagine the level of concentration you would need in order to kind of throw how Jim throws. If you were also very dynamic and animated when it came to celebration, that they're kind of juxtaposed against each other. They don't quite go.
Well, Chaz just creeped that third dart into the treble 20, and it leaves him hanging on 79 to edge himself
33.
back in front.
Chaz, you require 79.
Here then. Dart at tops. It's not been his favourite in this leg so far, but
shot on the third leg.
now.
Chaz Barstow.
Sorry. As Barstow.
Fourth leg is Jim to throw first.
Finds himself back into the lead.
Yeah, it's normally one of his go-to doubles tops. Should say, hasn't found it with as much regularity as he would have liked, but that was a much more efficient finish from Chaz Barstow. Best leg of the match so far.
15 dart leg there to get the job done.
57.
After a couple of 18 darters. As McEwen looks to fire back on his throw. No breaks as yet.
95.
And it's a formula that Chaz will hope continues.
You have to say, Chaz Barstow looks a different man today than he did yesterday on Thursday. And if he wins this game, the way that the group's shaping up, he puts himself back in contention.
Very much so.
Back-to-back 180s between either player.
Jim McEwen just able to pull out a really big shot at the right time. The 144 finish. And then that 180 to leave himself on a 167.
It's turning into a bit of a nightmare visit here for Jim McEwen. Just the 8 points scored.
27.
Not what he needed here. Just 27, and Barstow could try and take real advantage of that against the darts.
140. Jimmy, you require 140.
48. But he's already had 140 plus in this game. And the 144 won't be on this occasion. So Chaz Barstow will come back to the board.
55.
With the potential to
Chaz,
put
you
some
require
daylight
48.
between them and make it 3-1 here. 2 at double 16. Shuffles across and finds it this time.
Shot on the 4th leg.
Right at the top of the double 16 segment. And leads
5th
by
leg is
3
Chaz to throw
legs
first.
to 1.
Game
and
on.
Throws first in this one.
Yeah, Chaz picked up his first points with a 4-2 win over Lewis. If he can win this 4-1, not only will he move on to 4 points and put himself right back into contention, it will do the world of good for his leg difference.
Oh, don't go anywhere, because we are in for a blockbuster finish to the night here.
54.
5 more games to come after this one. And with a Chaz win, everybody is in with a chance at a top 3 spot.
96.
The man that looked well out of it after 4 defeats yesterday. But if he seals this, back-to-back wins and results elsewhere mean that he is right back in the hunt for it. He's quite quickly back onto the board as well.
59.
Just 1 game after this, and Chaz is back out against the table leader at the minute in Van den Herrik.
Yeah, you've just got to break this down 1 game at a time.
The
The maximum hitting has been free flowing for Chaz Barstow. Maximum number 3.
He's enjoying himself up there at the moment, isn't he?
If he can get across the line,
42.
he most certainly will be.
McEwen just throwing that last start away. I think he knows it's potentially gone here with a good visit from Chaz.
Yeah, the issue with 3-4-6 is it doesn't matter
49.
what he hits as well. He will not be able to leave himself a finish. So Chaz has got 6 darts at least for the 1-4-6.
100. Chaz, you require
More than that.
146. $94.
Great last start. 52 remaining for Chaz. Can Jim apply the pressure?
100. Chaz, you require 52.
Yeah, thrown in a bit of dismay as Chaz Barstow eyes up tops. Well, double 10 for a 4-1 win.
42.
Well, that victory is going to
Jim,
have
you
to
require
wait, and he's going to have to hope that
146.
McEwen cannot convert the 1-4-6.
Well, we see a repeat from McEwen. He's taken out the 1-4-4. Now potentially the 1-4-6. Oh, Jim
130.
McEwen. That would have
Chaz, you
been
require 10.
immense stuff. And it again breaks character with the smile there. And
Shot. On
Chaz
the match,
rounds it
Chaz
off.
Barstow.
A game played in great spirits there. Good watch. And Chaz Barstow gets over the line. 4 defeats in a row now, 2 wins in a row. And we're having a completely different conversation now about that man who loves it up there on that stage. He beats Jim McEwen by 4 legs to 1.
We've reached the halfway stage of Group B on this Friday evening. They are the results so far. The first 4 games going against the throw, and then that last game for Chaz Barstow. Well, Chaz Barstow, not picking up any points yesterday, has now put himself right back in contention with his 2 wins. There is very little to split these players now on the table. And there you can see it's Jemai van den Herrick who tops it with 4 wins out of 6, 8 points. But then just look at the chasing pack. You've got Jim, Jamie and Carl Batchelor all on 6 points. Chaz Barstow now back in contention with 4 points to his name. Well, we head back right into the action, game number 6, and that sees Jamie Lewis take on Carl Batchelor. Both players have had a win and both have suffered a loss. One of these two will move on to 8 points after this. Yeah, you just have to look. This was the game where Jamie Lewis yesterday really did come alive. It was a 4-2 win for the Welshman. He had a 93 average, 4 from 8 on the outer ring, including a beautiful 161 to seal the deal.
First leg is Jamie to throw first.
Now for Jamie Lewis, he'll be hoping for much the same. For Carl Batchelor, he'll be hoping that he does not suffer the same kind of fate that he did in Group A. He was in command in Group A right up until Wednesday when it was Jack Aldridge that just took the initiative and secured top spot. Batchelor at the moment is in 4th position. He'll be looking to add some more points to try and make sure he makes it through to Saturday.
Yeah, as you rightly mentioned, Laura, a group that has just been thrown wide open. And Jamie has had a good start
140
to this one.
There are a couple of scenarios that are still on the cards. Now, I won't go into the permutations specifically because they're complicated, but one that we discussed in the break, all of these players can still finish on 8 points, which would be unbelievable. But there is another one that I heard in my ear during the break, and that is the 350 to 1 shot Chaz Barstow has mathematically still got a chance to actually top this group.
If anyone out there has had
just have a pound.
A punt on that, then wow. Let us know.
76. Carl, you require 161.
Early misses for Jamie Lewis to take the first leg.
45. Jamie, you require 9.
I wonder what Chaz's odds are now to top the group.
I think they would have come in considerably.
Game shot on the first leg, Jamie Lewis.
Jamie Lewis.
Second leg is Carl to throw first.
The first leg.
Game on.
Hold a throw to open things up.
140.
Ultimately, I think it would still just be impressive if Chaz does manage to negotiate a place into finals night from the position he was in. That'll be the main goal.
Yeah, I'm sure he won't mind too much from the position he was in about finishing first, second or third. If he can get into that top 3, it's an absolutely terrific night of darts from him.
Yeah, whenever we talk about long odds, there was a scenario. It was in International Pairs Week where Scotland were 100 to 1 to top the table. And I won't say who it was because they'll know who it was. They basically explained that if you put a pound on, then you're going to lose a pound. They defied the odds. They topped the group. It can happen.
They're just odds at the end of the day.
133.
Famously, the bookmakers brought in their odds from the big 1,000 numbers when Leicester City pulled off their amazing Premier League win, 5,000 to 1. I think they thought after that, we're not going to price anything at that sort of number.
Tell you, anything can happen in sport.
Now find themselves in League One. 10 years on.
58. Carl, you require 72.
Double 6 for an instant response from Carl Batchelor.
66. Jamie, you require 143.
This was the issue for Batchelor in his match against van den Herrick. But he did struggle with the finishing.
60. Cole, you require 6.
The solitary 60 from Lewis. So
Game shot on
the
the second
Carl
leg. Cole
Batchelor
Batchelor.
goes, makes it a level game.
Third leg is Jamie to throw
Players that are holding
first.
their throws.
Game on.
At the start of this one, there really is nothing to separate this pair. Coming into this one, just the one leg difference. They both won 3 games and lost the same amount. Both won 17 legs as well.
58.
It's so close.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try and guess at who is going to be in that top 3 come the end of play in the early hours of Saturday morning.
What a way to see
100.
Saturday morning in.
$34.
Lewis now with the chance to put some real distance between himself and Batchelor in this leg.
58. $100.
It's closely contested leg at the moment. I want to find at least one of the trebles.
100.
And he does.
$99.
And Jamie hold again here. Big for Batchelor if he could break in this third leg.
100.
Yeah, got some big games coming up. Chaz Barstow, who's looking for a perfect evening, takes on Van den Herrick next. And then Jim
85.
McEwen, who had 3 wins out of 4 yesterday, yet to pick up a win tonight. He'll be taking on Jamie Lewis again.
Had a shot at the bullseye.
39.
Doesn't go, so
you require
Batchelor
110.
looking for a 110 check out here. Lewis
59.
will come back for the 46.
Jamie require 46.
To hold his throat.
Game shot on the third leg. Jamie
Taken
Lewis.
out by Jamie Lewis.
Fourth leg is Cole to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, all 3 legs just ambling along nicely, going with throw.
99. $100.
Seen some big checkouts tonight. Carl Batchelor, his highest of the night, 48.
140. $55.
Back in the red bit. Looking to find a 4th consecutive hold of throw.
134.
And utilises the board really well. Make sure that he is on a checkout.
$97. Cole, you require 128.
Well, this could go for Batchelor. Double 4.
124.
128, sorry. I said his highest checkout of the evening so far was 48. And he almost blew that straight out the water then.
Yeah,
87. Cole,
he's
you
in a
require
slightly
4.
precarious position. Well, Lewis hasn't left himself on a finish, so he's got time, but 2s and 1s, they're not always the most favourable doubles on the board.
2.
And now finds himself in the madhouse.
Found himself scrambling around for double 1 earlier in the night as well, didn't he? That first game against McEwen.
100. Cole, you require 2.
Now there's pressure on it not to go inside because Lewis back on 62. Pressure on this last start here, and he
shot on the
finds
fourth
it.
leg. Cole Batchelor. Fifth leg
Levels
is
it up.
Jamie to throw first.
Couldn't
Game on.
afford to lose his throw there and give Lewis the chance to take the match on his darts. We're at a level game, 4 games
135.
shared between the two of them.
Yeah, interestingly though, all the matches tonight, the results have gone either 4-1 or 4-2. We've only had one game that's actually gone with throw, and that was the one prior to this.
Just on there from Jamie Lewis. That would have been a timely 180. Batchelor could come back with one of his own. And he does.
180.
First 180 of the match for Mr. Porky. And the potential
134.
of a 9-dart leg
Can't
here
require 144.
for Carl Batchelor.
Yeah, it was Jim McEwen that hit the 144 in the previous match. Batchelor not able to do the same. Can't get the combination shot started.
Jamie
but
92.
Credit here to Jamie Lewis because he's still right in the mix.
Yeah, it's been a great leg of darts this between the pair of them.
60. Cole, you require
You're on
80.
92 after 9 darts, and your opponent's below that. You know that it's a strong leg. Dart at top for Batchelor for a break of throw.
40. Jamie, you require
Doesn't go, and
32.
Jamie steps back now to hold on double 16.
Game
Which
shot on the fifth
He
leg.
just sensed
Jamie
the way
Lewis.
that leg was going.
Sixth leg is
gonna be
Cole to
taken
throw
out.
first. Game on.
It's really difficult when one player is on a 9-dart or a potential for it because that was a 177, 180 start from Carl Batchelor that you actually
121.
forget that the scores sometimes of the opponent because you're so hyper-focused on one leg. And yeah, for Jamie Lewis, it was a really competent scoring leg.
96.
Yeah, to be 6 perfect darts in, and Jamie Lewis still win the leg, just showed how consistent he was across that as well.
135.
This has been a great game of darts so far between these two. Showcasing how big of a match it
60.
is in the Group B table. Carl really finding a couple now of
81.
2 treble visits. It's one of their matches that deserves to go to a deciding leg.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me. Like we said, every
43.
single leg so
Cole, you
far
require
has gone
164.
with throw.
$42.
Yeah, it did make a bit of mess of the setup play, but not too much damage done as yet. Jamie, well, by going that route means that he won't be able to leave a finish even if he gets 2 trebles.
140. Cole, you require 122. $90.
Leaves double 16. Can't go for Jamie.
$140. Cole, you
Great
require
darts as
32.
well. So Batchelor to take it to a decider.
Game
And
shot on the
he
sixth leg. Cole
does. We're in
Batchelor.
for a box office finish here between
Seventh
these
and
two.
deciding leg is Jamie to throw
And
first.
it's Jamie Lewis
Game on.
that will throw first in this deciding leg. A big deciding leg in the context of Group B.
Yeah, it's been a real battle, a real scrap between
41.
these two, and that is to be expected at this point of the evening. The winner of this will move on to 8 points. They will move into second position
39.
on the table, and actually they will force Jim McEwen, who, don't forget, was our overnight table topper, into third place.
It just shows how quickly things can change. Jim McEwen coming off the
140.
back of 2 straight defeats tonight. After that strong start yesterday, won 3 out of his 4 games. He's now lost 2.
137.
Yeah, only player not to have picked up any points at all. All the rest have been shared around between the other 4 players.
60.
Got to put a bit of a break before he next comes on now as well, Jim McEwen. Another game, but after this.
45.
Yeah, and then has those two quite quickly.
He'll close the action tonight against Jemai van den Herrick.
134.
What a time it'd be to find a big score here from Carl Batchelor.
55. Jamie, you require 126.
It's Jamie Lewis's to lose. $66 left for him to try and take this out and pick up some big points. Carl knows even a maximum.
$94.
32 left for Jamie.
I always think it's a bit of a risk, though, going for that big 20. Yes, I know they're brilliant players and they should be able to hit it.
180. Jamie, you require 30.
There's pressure now on this double 16 for Jamie Lewis.
Game shot.
But
and the match.
He sees
Jamie
it
Lewis.
off. Not fazed by the pressure put on by Carl Batchelor with that maximum. And Jamie Lewis with a 4-3 victory in what was a cracking game there in Group B. He massively boosts his chances of finishing in the top 3. What is such a tight contested group. Jamie Lewis beats Batchelor by 4 legs to 3. Well, does the Chaz charge continue? After 4 defeats yesterday, he's backed it up here on Friday night with back-to-back wins. And now he's just a couple of points behind third place. He'll climb off the bottom with victory here. Move Carl Batchelor down to the bottom. Jamai would take an almighty leap. Towards finals night tomorrow.
First
Victory
leg
here.
is Chaz to throw first.
Oh yeah, a
Game
win here
on.
now for Jamai van den Herrik, and that actually will see him through. He will see the place light up in gold if he does get to 10 points. We're now in that position where anyone that gets to 10 points, they will
51.
secure a spot in finals night. Barstow, though, still in that position. He's still only got a couple of wins, so still 4 points. So still 4 points off the likes of
59.
Jamai van den Herrik, Jamie Lewis. So for him, this is all about just winning every single match that comes up in front of him.
100.
With how tight it's been tonight, I misdid my maths there and realised that, of course, the bottom two players can't make 10 points, so this will be enough for.
Oh, it's very easy.
98.
So easily done. There have been a lot of different permutations that we've been looking at this evening.
4 players on 10 points, all of them on 8
85.
points. And
Yeah, now it's just going to turn out like just a regulation random number of points, isn't it?
100.
if you look at the table at the end of it, you wouldn't know all the context that we've seen transpire throughout the rest of the night. Jamai, though, with a big 180 in the first leg.
57. Jamai, you require 164. $94.
If Chaz was to lose in this position, he wouldn't mathematically be completely out of the running. Jim McEwen's still got a couple of
81.
games to go. If Jim was to
Jamai, you
win either of
require
those, he would
70.
be. But it's not a complete disaster for Chaz, although he would be reliant on favours.
54. Chaz, you require 127.
Well, with the way that Jamai's been playing in this leg, it's hard to believe that it was actually Chaz that started with the darts here.
40.
It's been controlled
Jamai,
by
you require
Van den Herrik,
60.
and he comes back for double 8 for a breaker throw to kick things off here. Which
Game
he
shot on the
takes.
first leg. Jamai
16
van den
dart
Herrik.
leg.
Second leg is Jamai to throw first.
Made
Game
that
on.
look very routine.
Yeah, and Chaz Barstow, he'll need to be careful here because ultimately, yes, it might not spell complete disaster if he loses at this point. However,
140.
if he loses by a heavy scoreline, then that could be it.
$59.
Jamai is just starting to find that
100.
free-flowing range that we saw yesterday. Saw him take out the big fish.
99.
Oh, ever so close to another 180 there from Jamai. And leaves the big famous 1-2-1. The classical practice route for
99.
players.
Jamai, you require 121.
He didn't have to chase the treble 17 ball route.
42.
Chaz will be looking for at least 2 big trebles from this position.
$92. Jamai, you require 79.
Jamai for a holder throw here then.
$76.
That did not go
Chaz,
to
you
plan
require
for Jamai
152.
van den Herrik. There was absolutely no hesitation when he pulled it into the double 8, going down to the double 3. Maybe
92.
just a
Jamal,
slight
you require
split-second pause
3.
may have led to a different outcome.
Puts Chaz in a good position now to come back for 60. If this doesn't go, 2 darts at double 1.
Game.
And
Show on
he
the
takes
second
it,
leg.
can get
Jamal
messy
Van Den Herrick.
when it gets to double 1.
Third
But
leg is Chaz to throw first. Game on.
swept up by Jemai Van Den Herrick to take a 2-leg lead here. And he's halfway to sealing his spot, but it's good response by Chaz.
180.
Down in this game, but not out yet.
100. $57.
I think the disappointment for Chaz, if this does go the way of Van Den Herrick and goes by a heavy scoreline, the disappointment would be that this is, at this point,
140.
the worst performance that we've seen from him. Chaz has not dropped below a 90 average all over Group B. He has been very consistent, results aside.
58.
Yeah, his scoring's been there. We know he's a power scorer.
Yeah, ultimately, yesterday, he was just outplayed in the matches that he was participating in.
57.
Today, he's managed to get the better in the first couple of matches. He needs to maintain that intensity.
We said how he was really unlucky
135.
to finish yesterday with 0 points with the performances he was putting in.
Yeah, and you're right, I do agree.
58. Chaz, you require
He's in a
71.
good position here, though, to half the deficit in this match. Tops with Barstow.
31.
So often goes, not on this
Jamal, you
occasion.
require 146.
He almost bent the wire. Barstow misses. Van Den Herrick on 146. Jim McEwen was on 144 and managed to punish Barstow, but Van Den Herrick not going to do it this time round.
51. Chaz, you require 40. Game.
And
Show on the
Chaz does
third
get
leg.
a
Chaz
leg
Barstow.
on the board.
Fourth leg is
His
Jamal to
throw.
throw first.
17 darts.
Game on. $96.
Chaz looking to make his move and finds his second 180 of the match. Perhaps now just starting to go through the gears. That sense of urgency back for Barstow.
83. $96.
Well, a break here would make it really interesting after Jemai sprung into a 2-leg lead. For him to respond with 2 legs of his own would really
60.
give Barstow some confidence. If he didn't need any already after them 2 wins to open tonight.
60.
Well, board management has not always been Chaz's strongest suit, I'll be totally honest with you. And he'll say this himself, but that one, even I would have got that one.
56.
Don't put yourself down.
Oh no, I've made some faux pas here.
90.
Now he brings in the ball.
Was better.
Definitely.
$90. Chaz, you require
Looking handy here for
75.
Barstow. Tops for a level game. And he
Show on the
finds it.
fourth
Good
leg,
darts from
Chaz
Barstow.
Fifth leg is Chaz to
17.
throw first.
Last time out, 15 in leg 4.
Game on.
And Chaz wrestles control back in this game.
134.
Good switch for Chaz. And now Jemai Van Den Herrick has to stop this little run that Chaz Barstow is going on.
58.
Everyone out on the Super Series stage needs to stop this little run he's going on. But But nobody can at the moment.
He's come back to life
96.
tonight like a tonight, like a bit of a wounded animal, hasn't he? You know, he's just kind of poked the bear, and now he's not very happy about it.
Just when you thought he was down, he gets
59.
back up again.
$58.
Slip with
85.
the last start for Van den Herrick.
There's only 3 players
66.
that have won 4 weekly titles. There's a few players that have done more than that, but Chaz Barstow were taking himself into an exclusive
61. Chaz, you require
people to win 4 or
147.
more weekly titles, but he needs to get himself there first.
I think it'll feel like a weekly win if he does
58.
make it through from the position he was in. But again, he's in a good position in leg number 5.
What confidence to take into tomorrow, though, to surge through and win 4 out of 4.
58.
Still a
Chaz, you
long way to
require
go,
89.
not just in this match, but he has one more match later on this evening, or should I say this morning.
I just really love to see the dynamic of someone like Kaya Basil
69.
on that stage on debut against someone that's so experienced like Chaz Barstow. It'd be a really entertaining game if we could see it.
The way
24.
Kaya played this
Chaz, you
afternoon,
require
I'm not
20.
sure anyone in finals night is going to relish the challenge of taking him on.
Game shot on the
Chaz
fifth
takes
leg.
the
Chaz
lead of this
Barstow.
game.
Sixth
He
leg is
will
Jemai
not
to throw first.
Stop.
Game on.
2 legs down, now 3-2 up. And within a leg of the match for a 3rd successive win on Friday night here.
Yeah, Chaz has really turned this match
60.
around. Van den Herrick, he's just taken his foot off the gas slightly from those first couple of legs. So credit to Barstow just picking up the pace.
64.
Jemai Van den Herrick, he has a bit of a wait for his
85.
final fixture this evening. He'll be seeing out all the action against Jim McEwen.
93.
Just a little pause before he stepped up to the hockey there from Van den Herrick.
Well, he knows it's a big game. It's a
60.
game that would see him first through via Group B.
No pause from Chazzy, straight up there.
93.
He doesn't hang about.
$59. 81.
Well, that last start gives all the control to Chaz Barstow.
But if the 170 doesn't go, Jemai Van den Herrick will be on something much more
140.
attainable.
170.
Yeah, great visit from Jemai. And after that first start,
125. Jemai, you
what a
require
way that would have been
97.
to have won the game and make it 3 from 3 tonight.
And isn't it always the way that that last start finds the treble 20? Bit of reprieve here for Barstow.
77. Chaz, you require 45.
Tops for Barstow to win.
35.
Inside he goes on a double 10 as well across the board.
Jemai, you require
Jemai
20.
to take us to a decider between this pair. Barstow knows the opportunity he's just thrown away. Is Jemai going to throw this away as well?
10.
Wow.
What an ending
Chaz,
to
you
this
require
game.
10.
It might not well be over yet. He could end it here, Barstow. He's going to have to go to double 2. Big dart for Chaz that he doesn't take.
Jamal, you require 10.
There's a handful of darts that he has missed to win this encounter, to put himself in a really strong position. Opts to switch, drop dart, now just taking his time, resetting this to level things up, and it is a level game. We go the distance.
7th and deciding leg is Chaz to throw
with
first.
a number of chances there
Game on.
to close that game out. Jamai probably didn't think he was going to come back to the board then. And he decides to split.
100.
Takes out the double four with his first dart. It's a ton visit. First time of asking there in this leg for Barstow, who has the darts.
There's a pressurised situation for both these. For Jamai, a win
100.
here. This one leg stands between him and a place in the finals for Chaz Barstow. It keeps his dreams alive of making it through to Saturday.
100.
Well, with one game left for each player after this, it's amazing how close it is between the top player, Jamai van den Herrik, and Chaz Barstow at the
60.
bottom. Remember, if Van den Herrik wins this game, he moves on to finals night
45.
tomorrow. And if Chaz wins this game, he gives himself every chance of potentially joining it.
Oh, that is a
80.
poorly timed bounce out for Van den Herrik. It just deflected off the darts already in the board.
$96.
And that was better set-up play for Barstow.
Good use of the 17s for Van den Herrik.
131.
visit to
Chaz,
the
you require
board.
160.
Comes at a good time as well.
It's like an action replay of the attempt for the 170 the leg before.
84. Jamal, you require 130.
It's a big opportunity for Van den Herrik, and that is why he's not rushing. There's space for him to find that treble 20 bed for a chance at the ball. But it's not going to happen.
44. Chaz, you require 76.
Is now the time for Chaz on 76 to take this game out. He'll get one dart at tops to do it.
56.
And it's just underneath Van den Herrik now.
Jamal, you require
Staring
86.
at a spot in the finals tomorrow. 86 points between him and that feat. If not, you sense Barstow might take it out.
Yeah, Chaz can't believe it. He's shaking his head at the back of the stage.
Double 7
Game
and
shot.
it's pinned.
And a match. Jamal van den Herrik.
Jamai van den Herrik gets over the line in such a close game between the pair. It went all the way to the wire. But as you can see, confirmation, Jamai van den Herrik qualifies for tomorrow's finals night. Fourth player to do so this week. Big 4-3 win in the end, closely contested all the way. But the young Dutchman gets over the line.
perfect first dart. So is he going to go for it? Oh, absolutely fantastic.
And the shot's on. Do not look if your name is Ryan. Pass the bucket. That is ridiculous.
Yesterday, John O'Shea did turn Charlie Vanby over 4-2.
Game Joker, John O'Shea!
I've got an argument we'll have in the next leg. Because Devon looking at the match a double 15, superb.
You want to lead. That's what these shots are all about. Perfectly plumbed, and that is a steal and a half.
That have never been in, once they've had it, have never been in danger of losing their card. Let's see if he can add another one first. Oh my!
Treble 17. Can Burnett bag the bullseye? Yes, he can.
Playing Super League. That was it. The front door.
177.
Double 12 for the first 9-darter. And he gets it! Absolutely fantastic from Lee Evans.
Oh, Kevin. Goodbye, leg.
What that? He gets first dibs. And he's in business. Oh, that is exactly why.
Scott Taylor!
Well, as you can see, lots of amazing darts to come next week. If week 10 wasn't enough, make sure you tune in from Monday morning. Week 11 of Series 14, a star-studded lineup of experienced players like Richie Burnett and John O'Shea, and some debutantes in there as well. But of course, we've got to round off Week 10 first. Group B is the final group to conclude. 3 more matches to play. Jim McEwen is taking part in 2 of those. Only man to have played 6 matches tonight. Well, across the 2 nights, I should say. Jamie Lewis in a great position after his results tonight. And could book his spot in finals night with a victory here over Jim McEwen, which seems so far away after his open doubling performance in this group. But since then, he shook it off his back and played some great darts.
First leg is Jim to throw
it was
first.
this very game where he did have a bit of double trouble. No real signs of that going forward. But this Jamie Lewis's last game of the session, last game of Group B, and as you said, he's in a good position to ensure that he is through with Jamai van den Herrik. If he gets to 10 points, then that will seal the deal for him. And then it will all be down to those last couple of games to see who will be joining them. Different fortunes, though, today for Jim McEwen. Jim
140
on Thursday through to Friday morning. Hasn't had the same rub of the draw so far tonight.
We just saw the graphic popping up about players that are joining us for week 11. Who are you excited to see there?
Oh, there's a fair few names in there, isn't there? I always like it when Dev comes back to the live lounge. Got Scott Taylor in action as well. One of those players with so many accolades, 5 weekly titles to his name. He's been a series champion as well, so he'll be looking to make it number 6, but hasn't had the best fortune over the last few times he's been here. So, yeah, that combined with the debutants, as mentioned, that makes for a very
55.
interesting week. And I do tend to find that as we get closer and closer to Champions Week, perhaps those players that win around weeks 9, 10, 11, 12, do they have that slight advantage because they don't have the long wait that someone like a Neil Duff or a Michael Huntley has, who won earlier on in the series?
Yeah, such a long time before you come back, isn't it? 3 months.
It's the anticipation. I think, just be so excited. You must be on a high after picking up a weekly title. I mean, for Neil Duff, it was a really emotional event. And then you have to just sit back, wait and see who you may be facing.
Oh, you winning them in that final week before Champions Week, you're on the stage straight after.
60.
I've got a feeling it might have been a Scott Taylor or perhaps a Neil Duff who came here, won in something like week 12, played Champions Week and then played a Specials Week. They almost thought, well, why don't I just buy a house down here? Because 3 weeks in a row.
$83. Jamie, you require 145. $59. Jim, you require 155. $139. Jamie, you require 86.
He's double 8, so Lewis has pressure on him here. Against the darts to try and take this out here.
72.
Break a throw, it doesn't go.
Jim, you require 16.
Yeah, brilliant setup play for Jim McEwen. Has given him this chance, and it's
shot
not
on the
one that
first
he
leg.
wants to
Jim
squander, and he
McEwen.
doesn't.
Second leg is Jamie to throw first. Game on.
I guess with Jim McEwen, he's kind of come in, he's got those 3 wins under his belt.
60.
And a bit like how we describe it in a match when you're 3-0 up. He's thinking, no, just one more win. It's fine, it's going to come. And I just wonder when the pressure really starts telling.
Yeah, well, certainly if you're feeling it here, he needs to try and get a win under his belt tonight, because 3 defeats in a row really puts him in a perilous position with the players in and around him picking up points.
134.
Before, the only man not to pick up points tonight after such a good start to things yesterday.
Yeah, he's almost playing the role of Chaz Barstow from yesterday because he's played well. And he's continuing to play well. 5 perfect darts into leg number 2.
$140.
This has been a really good leg from Jim McEwen, as you said. Got 5 darts into it there and kicks off his 3rd visit to the board.
100. Jamie, you require 167.
81 after 9 darts. 167 could have gone for Lewis, doesn't.
45. Jim, you require 81.
Straight into the double 3. Double 16, double 12 here for McEwen. And he takes it out.
Leg, Jim McEwen.
2 legs to the good for McEwen. And
3rd
a
leg is
break
Jim
of throw
to
as well.
First. Game on.
Bit backs to the wall now for Jamie Lewis.
Yeah, win here for McEwen would also mean that Chaz Barstow would no longer have a way of qualifying. But yeah, when
60.
Jim McEwen's put in a bit of a corner here, and he is definitely fighting his way out. That was a 12-dart breaker throw. And perfection on the outer ring so far. Jamie Lewis, just the one solitary dart double so far.
81.
Yeah, this is the best we've seen from McEwen so far tonight. He's not got himself into that 90 average territory yet.
$140.
Jamie needs to make a fist out of this game because at the moment it's the McEwen show.
Yeah, the 140 helpful.
125.
McEwen still another 2 treble visit.
100.
Lewis left himself on 180 when he returns to the board.
125. 44. Jimmy require 91.
That would have been a big if he could have found that treble 19. So McEwen in pole position to try and take a third successive leg here. Still into a 3-0 lead. Double 16 for McEwen.
Game shot on the third leg.
91
Jim
goes.
McEwen.
The combination
Fourth leg
finishing
is Jamie
in this
to
match
throw
for Jim
first.
McEwen has been exceptional. He's 3 from 3 on the doubles, averaging around the 98 mark.
100.
The difficult thing here, if you're Jamie Lewis, then you may be in a position where you're sitting back and waiting. Although Jamie Lewis won't be out of the running if he doesn't get past Jim McEwen, he will then be reliant on just the
140.
way that the other results go.
Kaya Basil went 4 for 4 on the outer ring earlier on in a
96.
4-1 win over Mike. 4-0 win, I should say, over Mike Warburton. At the moment, McEwen potentially do the same.
180.
This game is well away from Lewis.
96.
And this could be a disastrous result for Jamie Lewis in terms of his progression, because Carl Batchelor, he's on 6 points. A win over Chaz Barstow in the last would mean that he could leapfrog Jamie Lewis and confine him to
81.
4th spot.
We've seen how important that leg difference is, and to lose 4-0 on your last game would be so damaging. Not only the result, but the
137.
offers.
Jim, you require 100.
Not only not getting points on the board, but losing so much of those leg difference.
Choices here. He's just resetting, just getting that grip right.
Two tops for McEwen. A brilliant finish. And a brilliant performance. That is great stuff from Jim McEwen, who wins his first match of the night. He's probably starting to sweat a little bit after a great performance yesterday. And he sweeps Jamie Lewis aside with a 103 average and 100% checkout rate on the outer ring. Brilliant from Chucky.
Well, look at this for a moment then from Jim McEwen to round off what was a brilliant performance. And it's one that he saved to qualify him for finals night here tomorrow. Becomes the second player in the group to do so after Jamai van den Herrik. Van den Herrik with 10 points. McEwen with 8 at the moment. Still has a game to play. The penultimate game of the weekly action before finals night tomorrow. And this is all or nothing for Carl Batchelor.
Yeah, Carl Batchelor, we made a point of saying that he was mightily unlucky when it came to qualification automatically via Group A. Missed out with a few poor performances on Wednesday, and it was Jack Aldridge who took the initiative. Well, he will not want to suffer the same fate, and the only way that he can do that is by beating Chaz Barstow here and now. Any win for Carl Batchelor, and then it will push Jamie Lewis down into 4th position. It's a nervy wait for Jamie. He's done everything that he can do now, and it's all over to this match.
It's almost the perfect
80.
game for Carl Batchelor against someone who is out of the woods. They can't qualify. There's no real jeopardy there for Chaz. I know he's got experience up on that stage, but he's not fighting for anything tonight. The other players have been. Fighting for anything now.
59.
Yeah, I guess I say the irony. I think this will just reflect how close
80.
the group is. That actually, Carl Batchelor has 2 options here. He's either going to finish 3rd or he's going to finish last. He's not going to stay in that 4th position
43.
because ultimately, if Chaz finds a way, he's going to leapfrog him and push him into last position. So we say all or nothing. Yes, it is absolutely for Carl Batchelor.
100.
And I guess some prize money on the line as well.
There's always that little perk. The further up the table you finish, the more money you go home with.
80. $81.
Batchelor seemingly in control. Well, up to this point, he's going to try and fill it up, and it is a maximum for Barstow.
Cole, you require 85. Okay,
Tops
shot on
to
the
kick
first
off
leg,
there.
Cole Batchelor.
85
Second
for
leg is
Carl
Chaz to throw
Batchelor.
first. Game on.
17 darts. Good start from him there. Triple 15 tops.
Yeah, very good indeed. Just holding off that threat, that charge that Barstow was making via the
100.
maximum.
$45.
Is this a game that you see going
100.
It is a game that could get edgy, as you said. Chaz, other than pride and a bit of positioning on the table, there's not a great deal for him to
96.
play for in terms of qualification prospects. For Batchelor, we have seen at times where he has been a bit edgy when it's come to the business end of matches. He's missed doubles when the pressure's been on.
134.
Oh, ever so unlucky there for Carl.
120. Chaz require 167. $57.
I guess the other thing to consider as well when Chaz has stepped back out into the oche is how
140.
easy has it been for him
Chaz
to get over the
require
disappointment of
110.
losing to Jamai van den Herrik, considering he had 5 or 6 darts to win the match.
90. Cole, you
His
require
own
100.
shot at tops there, Barstow. I guess it really gauges on his mood how he fares on the outer ring in the first
34.
couple of legs of this
Chaz,
game.
you require 20.
If he struggles with this, maybe he does get in his head a little bit.
Yeah, double 10. He's been inside that double 10 on quite a few
15.
occasions, and now
Cole,
inside the double 5 as well. Has made a bit of a mess towards the tail end of leg 2, has Chaz Barstow.
Batchelor again on
Game
tops.
shot on the second leg. Cole Batchelor.
Back-to-back legs finished at
Third
the
leg
top
is
of the
Cole
board
to
for
throw
Carl
first.
Batchelor. Break and throw as well. Moves off into a 2-leg lead.
Game on.
In our penultimate game of Friday night's action here at the Live Lounge. And it's 2 for 2 on the outer ring for Carl Batchelor.
And I do wonder if Jamie Lewis has stayed behind, if he can even bear to watch.
57. $121. $95.
Well, I have just had it kind of wired through into my ear that Jamie's left the building.
$45.
I still think he'll be watching. He'll be keeping an eye on all the action, but I think I'd be the same. I don't think I could sit in the back and bear to watch.
134.
Watch one of the other players come in that's through.
85.
Ultimately, Chaz is trying to play that part of Jamie Lewis in this particular match. I mean, if you're going to put someone into bat for you, you can think of worse players than Chaz Barstow,
80.
despite the way the results have gone for him over the
110.
last couple of days. But at the moment, this is all about Batchelor.
Yeah, he knows the task at hand here, and he knows that his week fully lies on this.
Yeah, it's almost cruel, isn't it? That you go through, you're on...
87. Cole,
You're playing in excess
70.
of 20 games in a week, and it comes down to just one match. I know it doesn't, but it'll feel like that.
50. Chaz, you require 48.
Ultimately, right now, though, it does. In terms of whether he continues on and plays more darts and gets a shot at the weekly title or not.
Game shot on the
And
third
Barstow
leg.
halves
Chaz
the deficit.
Barstow. Fourth leg is Chaz to throw first. Game on. $140.
Still a very comfortable and good start to the leg from Chaz Barstow.
140.
Matched by Batchelor. Interesting now that it's on Barstow's throw, though, to try and level things up here.
95.
Yeah, disappointment there for Batchelor. It's not the end of the world, but it was a break of throat, as you've said. Things will start to get perhaps a little bit edgy, but this feels like, again, this is what we mentioned about this game yesterday. It was a game that went the distance. It's a game that Batchelor won in a last leg decider, but it's played at such a lovely pace.
40.
It's a pace that I think they both enjoy. There's no hanging around, there's no messing, there's no holding back.
60.
For Batchelor, I think in this particular position, you just want to feel like you've left everything out there. You throw everything at this match.
$11.
Disastrous, is it there from Chaz? Gives Carl Batchelor the chance. And those second and third darts saved the opener.
Huge darts. A little bit of a distraction there for Chaz.
Referee stepping in.
It's not all about the numbers for the referees.
86.
Swatting away flies.
$50. $60.
Batchelor in a
Cole,
good
you
position
require
to put a 2 points. To leg gap between the pair. Double 16 for Bachelor.
Game shot on the
And he
fourth
sees
leg.
it
Cole
go.
Bachelor.
And now moves within
leg
a
is
leg
Cole
of
to
the
throw
match with the
first.
darts in hand.
He did well there, to be fair, as well, because that first dart
Game
for
on.
double 18 was a real flyer.
And
72.
at the moment, it's looking like Carl Bachelor is going to steal that third spot from Jamie Lewis.
121.
Don't forget, we've still got one more game left to come.
180.
As Bachelor fires in a maximum. His first max of the match and almost
140.
responded in kind by Barstow.
Way off into the one.
81.
First dart, but
He was, but just a bit of a lapse of concentration for Carl Bachelor. Has meant that
140.
he cannot take out 168. He has not set up properly. Ball management in the hole has been pretty good for Carl,
45.
but
Chaz require 100.
could be a big slip at a key moment.
Game shot on the
It
fifth
could
leg.
well be.
Chaz Barstow.
Chaz Barstow sticking around and breaks
Sixth leg is
straight
Chaz
back.
to throw first. Game on.
I really want to avoid going to a deciding leg here.
Just got these visions in my head now of Jamie just poking his head back in the door every time Chaz picks up a leg.
90.
Ringing the bell. Gotta come back in.
97.
We've had it before at the Live Lounge where players are adamant they think they're out. I mean, to the point that a player called Johnny Haynes actually went to the train station and we had to stop him getting on a train back to Swindon because he had actually qualified through to finals night.
180.
And he was at the station.
He was at the train station.
100.
Yeah. Nod of the head in approval from Carl Bachelor. He knows he is well and truly embroiled in a
91.
match.
$45. Chaz require 140. $55.
Well, not the kind of return he was looking for off the back of the 140 there, but he's got time on his
26.
side. And is the
Chaz
pressure
require
now just
85.
starting to tell for Carl?
Tops for Barstow to take us to a decider.
45.
Bachelor way back though.
Just feels inevitable, doesn't it? That
Chaz
this
require
is a
40.
game that's going to go the distance. Double 10 has not been kind to
35.
Chaz Barstow.
Bachelor will be disappointed he's not on his tail here.
100.
That's the
Chaz
thing, you
require
want to be in a
5.
position to strike.
Double 2 for Chaz. And it does
Game
go.
shot on the sixth leg. Chaz
To
Barstow.
the decider we go. Well, we
Seventh
said it
and
comes
decider leg is
down
Cole to throw
to
first.
this game for Carl
Game on.
Bachelor. It now comes down to a single leg.
Honestly, this is such a cruel format sometimes. We saw it with Mason Whitlock
60.
losing out for a place in finals night by a leg. Could be the same thing here in a slightly different manner for Carl Bachelor.
96.
Well, it's a single leg that decides his Saturday night plans.
$95. $100.
A really good first start. Not able to back it up with the second, but a good adjustment with dart number 3. Just edges him in front once again.
Great last dart to recover there for Chaz, and we are neck and neck pretty much after 9 darts.
26.
That is the last thing Carl Batchelor wanted and needed at this stage of the match.
And you get it. The pressure in this type of situation.
180.
And off the back of the 26 of Batchelor, it's another maximum for Chaz Barstow. You can imagine now just
45.
trying to control the nerves.
45.
Well, from the cusp of a potential place in finals night, Chaz Barstow leapfrogs Carl Batchelor in the Group B table. A solid night from Chaz, 3 wins from 4, but Batchelor will not be back at the Live Lounge tomorrow. He is beaten out by Chaz Barstow by 4 legs to 3.
Well, as you can see, that last result there in the penultimate game between Chaz Barstow and Carl Batchelor means that Jamie Lewis is the final player to book his spot in finals night tomorrow. He joins Jim McEwen and Jemai van den Herrick from this group tomorrow to compete for the weekly title. Week 10 of Series 14. And of course, have that chance at Champions Week as well.
Yeah, a little less tense, I believe this game will be than the last one. And you have to feel for Carl Batchelor because he came mightily close to qualifying via Group A, finished second on the table, just 2 points behind Jack Aldridge. And then that last game, that last leg decider against Chaz Barstow.
First leg is Jemai to throw first.
He had the chance to finish
Game
third
on.
to deny Jamie Lewis a place, but ends up ultimately at the foot of the table.
85.
Jemai will be pleased with how tonight's gone because he got it wrapped up relatively early, didn't he?
Yeah, and he kind of, despite losing that first game, what I like about Jemai is he doesn't seem to be one of those players that particularly panics. He knows what he's got in the locker and he bounced back beautifully. And it was that win over Chaz Barstow, had to survive match starts, that secured him his spot. So, yeah, he's been the player that's qualified through first, sat
58.
pretty comfortable in the back room, just waiting to see now whether it's him that tops the table or not.
$39.
Jim McEwen, another man as well, that saved a brilliant performance. That match against Jamie Lewis, 103 average, 4 out of 4 on the doubles, and a ton plus checkout in there as well. It was a terrific display.
Yeah, best performance that we've seen across the entirety of Group B. And I will say at that point, I wasn't sure that that was likely from Jim McEwen because, yes, he had played well, but he was 2 out of 2 in terms of a loss for the evening. And ultimately, I think that's where players with the experience of Jim, they really come to the fore because for other players, the nerves seemed to take over. For Jim, it was just grit and determination just to make sure, right, I know I need at least one win. That will ensure me a place into tomorrow's final, or into today's final.
Yeah, of course.
We
ticked over 12 now, haven't we?
Jamal, you require 134.
Quite hard to keep up with the times and what days we're on sometimes.
Today's final.
58.
I guess this is just that final bit of confidence going into tomorrow for these two players now.
Yeah, and for McEwen, if he can beat Jemai van den Herrick, yeah, he'll go on to 10 points. But if he can beat him by a heavy scoreline, then he has a chance to top the group himself.
60.
And that comes with advantages because your position
76.
in the table denotes where you'll end up in tomorrow's groups.
$68.
God, you heard that clip the wire.
Bit of a sight for Jim McEwen after that second dart.
60.
Drop below the treble segment. Shake of the
Jamal,
head
you
to
require 8.
Van den Herrick. Had one dart at the outer ring in this leg,
No score.
Far, but strays up into the double 18. So burns a couple of darts in his hand there.
Yeah, and Jim will be a little bit frustrated, won't he, that he's not in a position to strike.
Well, 18 darts, not down to a finish from McEwen in this first leg.
43.
It has been, but gone
Jamal,
from his
you
best
require
performance
8.
of the day to what has been a poor start to this one.
Game shot on the first leg. Jemai van den
the
Herrick.
job done.
Second leg is Jim to throw first.
Shake of the head.
I just wonder how much energy and how much concentration Jim McEwen kind of exerted in that previous match. You mentioned, obviously, it was just all round a really good performance. 103 average, 100% on the outer ring. Combination finishes left, right and centre. Safe to say that we're not quite seeing the same standard from Jim, but then the adrenaline, I've mentioned it before, it can drop off naturally.
You're only a leg into the match, of course, but averaging half of what he did in his last game in that 4-0 win.
You don't expect it to continue in that vein, but as you say, it just hasn't been the emphatic start that we'd expect after the last match.
Well, Jemai fills that treble 20 once again for his second 180 of the match. It's looking good again.
It's kind of making it look just making it look easy, isn't he, Vanden Herrick?
95.
Relaxed.
$65. $100.
So Vanden Herrick coming back to the board for
116.
16 here. Got the one leg advantage.
$56. Jim,
so
you
a more
require
positive leg for
123.
Jim McEwen has given him this chance here. He has had a few ton plus checkouts. Is he going to add 1, 2, 3 to the tally? Quick look over to the scoreboard. Looking at 16, well, treble 16 for double 9 for a 1, 2, 3.
Double 9 for a 1, 2, 3 for McEwen.
105. Jamal, you require
Vanden
60.
Herrick will come back. 20 for tops for a 2-leg lead over Jim McEwen. Close to the tops there himself.
40.
Just shy of the double 10.
Jim, you require 18.
That lie of that first dart where it was so high was a real blocker. Jim McEwen, type of player to go straight at it, goes on the inside. So now burns a dart to set up one at double 4.
Game shot on the second leg. Jim
And there is
McEwen.
parity at 1 apiece.
Third leg is Jamal to throw first. Game on.
Jim McEwen
59.
levels us up in the final game of Group B. I guess it's right time now to sort of start previewing ahead to
83.
tomorrow night and talking about some of the players that have already got there. I guess we could start with Jack Aldridge, who, you know, swept through. Well, I say swept through. It was a close Group A, wasn't it? It went back and forth. Carl Batchelor was there at one point. But Jack Aldridge, I'm sure, will give himself a good chance there. And what players do you look at overall?
Yeah, I think it's got a really interesting dynamic, the way this is going to look. As things are just starting to catch a light in the match. Back-to-back 180s for the two players. Yeah, for me, sometimes when the players come from Group A, it's what they've done with their couple of days off. You get some that like to keep practicing, keep their arm in. You've got others that just make the most of the time off, relax, maybe catch a few of the darts over the couple of days. Whereas these guys, they've been in action up to this point, kind of slide straight back into it. So yeah, it's how quickly Jack does kick off, because he'll be starting all the action on Saturday night.
58.
I do like the look of Kaya Basil from Group C, though. The dominance in that group, the way he looks on the board, how fearless he is, and how much he wants to compete as well and make a statement. And that would be a real statement to be a weekly winner on your first attempt.
Would be. Yeah, he's really level-headed though when we spoke to him, Kaya, that yeah, of course, it's a real ambition for him, but already the achievement of just getting through to the finals on debut, that
Jamal, you require
that was the
104.
first kind of goal ticked off the list.
I think it's important for players like that to not put too much pressure on themselves and just take it as it comes. Enjoy the
Jim, you
ride.
require 143.
He told us earlier in the studio that he really enjoyed the format. He enjoyed being up on that stage. That's the sort of thing he likes, the quietness of it, and just take each game as it comes. I know it's cliche, but he's at finals night and just to enjoy it.
Yeah, and I think there's probably enough talk around players like Kaya Basil. You've got to remember he's 16 years old, that if he can have that attitude and just kind of deflect all the attention, it'll make him a stronger player in the long run.
Aim shot on the third leg. Jamai van den Herk.
Number 3 going the way of Van den Herk.
Fourth leg is Jim to throw first. Game
Bit
on.
of a laughter between the two of them as Van den Herk knows exactly where the camera is.
$60. $140.
A good start to this leg from Van den Herk against the darts with a 140. If he can win this leg here, he puts himself in a great position with the darts in hand.
Yeah, and don't forget, he's probably just trying to get a little bit of revenge back for that result from yesterday. It started off all the Group B action, McEwen versus Van den Herk, and it was Jim who beat Van den Herk with nigh on a ton average.
95. $96.
Good start to the visit from Van den Herk.
99.
And he used the 167.
Little glance over to the scoreboard from Jim McEwen. Treble 15, you feel would be
135. Jamal, you require 167.
He's already had a 170. He's going to add 167 to the tally. No, that's way off the treble 20.
60. Jim, you require 70. Game shot on the fourth leg. Jim McEwen.
Composure from McEwen to level this game up.
Throw first.
Once again. Twice Jamai's gone in front. Twice he's been pegged back.
140.
Finds the treble 20 once again.
140.
Firing 140s at each other.
And with some of the, we spoke about Group A and Group B. Yeah, Group C, sorry.
57.
They all merge into one, don't worry.
They all do tomorrow. Yeah. Or today now.
Yeah.
We spoke about A and C, but in terms of the players that we've seen in Group B, we've seen some high averages and some closely contested darts. What about the players that have gone through there and their
60
chances for tomorrow?
Yeah, you've got a couple of proven champions in there, haven't you, in terms of Jamai van den Herk, who's won a week, Jim McEwen, who's won a whole series, Jamie Lewis is a former finalist, and we know the calibre of his CV. So, I guess you've got, I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but you've got Jim McEwen, who's kind of a bit of a veteran of the sport in terms of how his CV looks. Then you've got Jamie Lewis, who's reached the dizzy heights of a semi-final at World Championships. 56. And then Jamai van den Herk, another one of those young and up-and-coming players that's had success here. So I think it's a real interesting mix. You've got those couple of debutants from Group C in Kaya and Lee Evans, and then you've got Jack
58.
Aldridge, obviously, who battled really hard to secure a spot in Group A. So a wonderful mix, and one of those weeks that I think every player will sense there's a bit of opportunity. Sometimes you get a week where you'll have a Derek Coulson or a Neil Duff, someone who's won
97.
multiple titles in
Jemima
this
Require
building, and they are
112.
clear favourites. I think it's quite hard to find a standout clear favourite by a margin for tomorrow.
And it makes for exciting watching.
60. Jim, you require 148.
You can watch it here, of course. From the live lounge tomorrow. You can grab your tickets. Be part of the crowd. Great night of darts here in Portsmouth at the Modus Live Lounge.
96. Jemai, you require 52.
And Jemai with a chance of putting his nose in front once again. Double finish. Well, it was double, but it's the wrong double with
Jim,
the
you require
second dart. So
52.
Jim McEwen, who has not led at all in this match, has a real chance to now. Oh, drop dart.
As you say, Laura, he's not led yet.
32.
He still doesn't at the moment.
Jemai, you require 52.
Still competitive right down to the very last is Jim. Take 2 for Van der Herrick. He's hoping to take 52. It's double 16, and this time he sees off the challenge from McEwen.
Sixth leg is Jim to
Moves
throw
within
first.
a leg of the match
Game
now
on.
as well.
Going back to what you were saying, though, people that can come here, have the opportunity maybe to see someone like Kaya Bezal or
140.
Jemai Van den Herrick. Just go back a couple of years and it was Luke Littler that you could come along and see, and just look at what he's done subsequently. So grab your tickets, because you could be coming down here to watch a
99.
future world champion.
Exactly. People in the room at the time that were watching Luke Littler had absolutely no idea. They could see that he was, of course, an absolutely terrific player that was going to go on and do great things, but probably didn't realise the
59.
things that he was going to do like he has at his age.
Not at the speed that he's done it. It's unbelievable.
He just skipped out all the steps in the middle, didn't he? He just sped run to all these amazing trophies that you can win in the
58.
world of darts.
Yeah, I don't even know if he skipped them. I think he just started so early. And look, there's the QR code. You just need to scan that. It will take you through to the website where you can book your tickets. It's just for a really small booking fee. Honestly, you will not be disappointed.
117.
And if you're looking for a place to have a few beers tomorrow in Portsmouth, make it the Live Lounge.
140.
McEwen, again, just battling to get this back to a level match to force the last leg decider, and he's in a
131.
really strong position once again to do so.
$60. Jim, you require
It
54.
looks all more likely that Jim McEwen's going to take this to a decider here. McEwen for tops. And he sees it off, and the amount of deciding legs that we've seen over the past couple of days. You just
to throw first.
didn't you?
Session of 2 halves. Yeah, we didn't see one in
Game
the first 5 games, but in the back 5, 4 out of the 5 have gone the distance.
97.
Late night long haul to close the group out.
41. 140.
Yeah, as this match is just kind of approaching the 20-minute mark, it's a real slog between the two.
100.
Well, you know when it's a deciding game with Jim McEwen, you're probably going to be in for a long one. That is exactly what we're seeing here.
100.
See how they maintain that level of concentration for that amount of time. McEwen just looking to pressurise the 164. He won't be able to leave himself on a finish, but
100. Jamal, you require 164.
4 away back into the leg. It's down to Van den Herrik here, the 164.
What a way to close out the action that would have been for 164. The final darts of the night. That would have been blockbusting stuff.
Yeah, he didn't have to go for it, but, you know, he's already through. Why not?
60.
Still
Jamal,
no finish
25.
available for McEwen, so Van den Herrik has all the time in the world to see out this 25. Which he does. It's Jemai Van den Herrik that closes with a flourish. 4-3 he beats Jim McEwen by. And it's pretty at the top of the table as well. 6 wins from his 8 games to head into finals night. A 4-3 win over Jim McEwen to close out Group B. Well, there we have it then, the end of Group B. It was a closely contested last match between the top 2 of the group. Jemai Van den Herrik in the end getting the better of Jim McEwen. But the 3 players to go through, of course, those 2 there in Jemai Van den Herrik and Jim McEwen. But Jamie Lewis sneaking through as well. Pretty nervy at one point as Carl Batchelor had the chance to leapfrog him. But Jamie Lewis gets over the line and books his spot there tomorrow. Now, Laura, an interesting night of action. There was so many different scenarios that could have happened. At one point, we said that 4 players could have had 10 points. That we could have had all players on 8 points. But in the end, it's Lewis, McEwen and Van den Herrik that go through.
Yeah, dramatic. I don't think the table quite reflects exactly all the kind of twists and turns that we saw throughout the evening, but there were a few decisive matches that ended up seeing the table take a bit of shape, and ultimately, yeah, we have got our final lineup.
Let's talk about Jemai Van den Herrik first, because he topped the group. He's been a weekly winner here before, and he played some great darts today, some great checkouts, and the fact that he's got a weekly win under his belt on that stage will give him some confidence going into tomorrow.
Absolutely, yeah. I think he's been really steady. He's performed really well. As you say, he's topped the table in what has been a really kind of tough group for anyone to take charge of. So the fact that he's done that, yeah, plenty of confidence going in tomorrow, especially seeing off Jim McEwen in the last one. He's finishing on a bit of a high. So ultimately, yes, he's in a really good position going into the final.
As for Jim McEwen, probably a bit more of a sweat on than he imagined tonight.
Yeah, that was a tough one, wasn't it? He lost those opening two. He came in top overnight and then all of a sudden found himself in a position where he might have not qualified. So had to dig deep. And I think he just threw absolutely everything into that third match, had the best average of the evening, 100% on the checkouts. And at that point, because he beat Jamie Lewis by such a heavy scoreline, it was job done.
We were laughing on commentary because Jamie Lewis left the building. We hope he's not gone to the train station or left Portsmouth, because he is in the finals night tomorrow. It was sort of an ebb and flow night and couple of days for him. He started off quite slowly but just built through it, but sneaks into third place.
Yes, yeah, I think we were worried about him in the first match, and obviously then he was on the back end of that 4-0 defeat at the hands of Jim McEwen, and I think at that point he thought, oh, right, okay, I might be in a bit of trouble here. So ultimately, yeah, to get through, he hasn't played poorly by any means. It's just been a little bit inconsistent, a bit up and down. But now he's into finals night. He spoke to you early on and he said, when you get into that finals night, it's anything can happen. It's a new date.
As far as a nearly week goes, I think that sums up Carl Batchelor. He was close earlier on in the week and close again, just missing out on a final leg decider against Chaz Barstow.
You really do have to feel for Carl because, yeah, like you say, he could have qualified through Group A. He could have been in the position that Jack Aldridge found himself in. He was leading going into the last day, and it was just a little fall off in terms of the levels, which saw him into Group B. And he was in a strong position. It was just happened to be one of those groups that was so tightly compact that any slip that would end up being costly. I think the difficulty there for Carl, for him to take at the moment, is the fact that it was in his hands. He was so close to doing it. It came down to just one solitary leg against Chaz Barstow in the end. So, yeah, at the moment, I think it's going to hurt. But there's so many positives he can take away from this week.
Most certainly, and of course Chaz just leaving himself with a little bit too much to do there in the end, didn't he? In terms of the players that are coming up tomorrow, we've got an interesting breakdown of them all. Jack Aldridge, of course, going through in Group A. Jemai van den Herrick, Jim McEwen, Jamie Lewis are the three from Group 3, and Kaya Basil and Lee Evans going through from Group C. So these are the groups for tomorrow then, split into their threes. Jack Aldridge, Jim McEwen and Lee Evans will be in Group 1. And it's Jemai van den Herrick, Kaya Basil and Jamie Lewis in Group 2. A very youthful Group 2 with Jamie Lewis in there as well. What do you make of them groups?
Yeah, definitely. Two really tough groups, obviously always going to be, but yeah, you've got Kaya, Jemai and Jamie in that group too. I think that's a really dynamic group and I think that's a really tough one. With Group 1, I guess the unknown quantity is Lee Evans, but he's already proven this week here on debut, then, you know, you cannot give him an inch because he really will run away with a win. So, yeah, two interesting groups, two very different dynamics.
I'm going to put you under pressure. I'm going to ask you for a name. It can just be a singular answer, but who do you think goes into tomorrow as the favourite?
Kaya. I think the way that Kaya's played in terms of consistency and the reputation he brings, even though he's here on debut, I think it may be between Kaya and Jemai.
Well, lots still to come up here on the Modus and Pluto TV channel. Series 5 Grand Final, of course. We'll look back at that. And Saturday, 4 p.m, George Noble, the final call on the great referees. And, of course, make sure you're here tomorrow. If you're not in the studio, get the TV on. Pluto TV for finals night. Those 6 players all competing, and of course on Monday lots of great names coming back. Scotty Taylor, the amount of wins he's had here, and some experienced names in there as well. That starts at 9:30 on Monday, so lots of darts to come all across the weekend and the start of next week as well. Well, thank you for joining us. What an afternoon of darts we've had, and evening as well. It's been exciting. It's all gone to the wire, but make sure you're here tomorrow for the conclusion of the Modus Super Series on finals night.
The new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word! It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith.
It's match start. 5-star performance.
Ball for big fish.
It's Thomas.